In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, on yesterday's award-winning show, for our question of the day, we asked, quote, what happened when you had to relieve yourself? And naturally, there were all kinds of stories about pooping and peeing and improvised ways of wiping one's ass. And we were completely prepared for that because, well, we asked the question. But you know who did not ask the question? One Jamie Sheaf, owner of and president of Simone Structures in British Columbia, Canada. Now, see, Simone Structures, they sell, rent, and service towers and mobile cranes internationally. Unfortunately, Jamie's business line is very close to KISW's caller line, and so Jamie received many a strange phone call yesterday. Now, the thing is, I spoke to Jamie this morning, believe it or not, and he let me know that yesterday was not the first time he's gotten weird phone calls from people answering our question of the day. Everything from weird body parts to why you were naked in public to things that you stepped in. So, sorry, Jamie, that's our fault. Now, that said, Jamie is not the first, nor will he be the last person to receive unsolicited weirdness over the phone. If you own a phone, and we know you do, you've received or made a strange phone call. Maybe it's a wrong number. Maybe somebody's trying to scam you. Who the hell knows? Or maybe you have the misfortune of having to call a stranger to explain a situation that would be important to them. And that's what today's question is all about. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. We want to know, what's the strangest phone call you've received or have had to make?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram, Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And now, watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's 1 for you, 1 for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
All patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,393. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Once again, we'll be joined by Taryn Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show. We will sit and spin, and today we go to the well of Google. As yesterday was what, National Google Day or Search Engine Day?
I don't know.
Either way.
It was recent.
Here's the deal, okay? So what our own Mike Hawk has done is he has basically taken the description that Google gives for rock bands.
All right.
He's going to give that description to us, obviously taking about some of the obvious omissions that would tip you off to the band.
Right.
Then we're going to try to guess the band. So for an example, in the pop world, this female pop artist became popular in the early 80s. Not only did she do movies.
Is this Google or you?
Me.
Okay.
But I'm doing yeah, thank you. But she also posed naked, black and white, with pit hair and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the description. Then we have to guess who the artist is.
I hope it's that clear.
Based on the description.
Real hairy woman.
Real hairy. Just a hairy Italian
I
from
thought
New
it
York.
pretty easy. I like his descriptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was simple.
Naked in just a jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
You're going to die. Yeah. Madonna would be the correct answer. So we're going to do 10 rock bands described by Google.
You're going to die.
You know, and you would. Coming up at 4:30 on Sit and Spin. So, what else do we have for you? We do have some exciting news. If you happen to join us for the 20th anniversary party of a Black Raven, one of the things we did, Steve has collected shirts from the 20 years that we've been here.
I wouldn't say collected as much as have not gotten rid of.
You've kept them.
Yes.
Unlike me, who wear them out and they pit, and then they get the stain underneath, and I throw them away.
Mm-hmm.
I use them as gym shirts and things like that.
Respect.
So, yeah. But either way, we did a little fashion show, and we asked you guys to pick the shirt from the previous days that you would like to have a chance to wear again.
Yeah.
So after the voting went down, the men's room drinking team T-shirt was the winner.
Yes.
That is now available in the rock shop at KISW.com.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a devil shirt up there, too.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool flannels, as we get said, for
for
the winter months and all that stuff. So if you haven't been to the rock shop in a while, check the new gear out there at KISW.com. What else do we have for you? We have a brand new way for you to check out the show.
Yeah.
If you would like to enjoy watching us, and I don't know why you would, we are available now on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Lucky you.
Now, the cool thing is the way Tim is setting this thing up. During the commercial breaks, we're not playing the commercials.
Right.
So we're running old videos. There is a new segment, In Action News.
In Action News, yes.
It's also running at the same time. We're filling that time as we can. We will do Sit and Spin today. And before anyone goes, I'm watching this thing on YouTube. I download your podcast. Why is this segment not there? Just to be clear, we want it to be there, but we can't. And it's all based on licensing and the idea of that music. And
correct,
whether we can play that music or not. Now we're licensed to play it on the radio, but as far as YouTube and some of the
streaming services, or not streaming, podcast,
right?
Well, the platform might not be friendly to music, so you can't put those on. We would like them to be on all the platforms,
but we don't want to be sued. It's just that easy.
That's why we have to.
We want to keep our stuff up there.
Yeah. I mean that's what it comes down to. Frankly, like we would get sued and they'd pull down the stream, and that's not just us. That's anyone, unless you get permission from the artists themselves. You can't just play their music up.
Right. Now, we're lucky. We did have an artist who's, known around the world who said, you know what? You can play my song.
You are. We actually reached out to him and he said, brother, if you want to play my music, man, play it as much as you want.
And that man is the man behind the song known as Green Beans. And I mean, we can hammer this thing.
Green beans.
Yeah.
What?
Basically, he said, you guys can have this.
Green beans.
Can you believe this man?
Green beans.
Who's the member of the Hungry Food Band? Hungry Food Band?
Hungry Food Band.
Hungry Food Band, yes.
Yeah, we actually reached out to him and he said, bro, and honest God truth.
Yeah.
You want to play my music?
You can have it.
You can play my music.
Yeah. Which is what the Grateful Dead did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's just like the Grateful Dead back in the day.
Just like the Grateful
If you
Dead.
want to tape this stuff and give it to your friends, we don't care.
Hey, he inspired a T-shirt.
Yes, he
Made a
did.
Green Beans T-shirt, man.
Yeah, that was part of the fashion show that we did there. That's what you want to call it. It's Black Raven Brewing. Okay, so today we have something we found out yesterday on the show. Mike answers the phone and comes back in the studio just shaking his head like you're not going to believe this. You can just see the look on his face like, what? Well, what happened?
Yeah.
And apparently, the number that we have is very close to a number that an international business has up in Canada.
International business.
They're not far away. They're in the Okanagan Valley. And if you've ever been up there, that's beautiful country. It really is. Some of the most beautiful, it's the beginning of when you start getting into the Rockies.
All right, Santana.
And it's
beautiful, man. It's beautiful,
It's
man.
spectacular.
It's gorgeous.
You got to go through that valley before you get to Banff.
Stick with beautiful.
And Jasper. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I mean, like, seriously, you stop and go,
That's beautiful.
This is insane. It's that pretty. But that's where he's located. Now, he does crane work around the world. And our phone number, and we're not going to tell you what his phone number is. Right. The last thing we know what you jackasses would do. We don't want to bother him because he's
a busy man.
He's got his business number connected to his cell phone.
Right.
So basically what he said was, look, as he told you earlier, Steve, every time he sees a call from Washington.
He doesn't want to pay. So I called him this morning because it just cracked us up what happened to him yesterday. And so I had to call him twice. The first time that I called the number that he has listed, says, this is a Google Assistant. Can you say what you're calling about? So I said, hey, man, my name's Steve Hill. I'm calling from KISW. And then I hung up on it. So I was like, F it, I'll try him again. Well, this time he picks up.
Okay.
All right. So I felt good about that. And like I said, the dude's busy, so he picks up the phone. But I hear him go, no, Jeff, you got to take the. I have to take this call. This is what he's telling one of his employees.
All right. We're trying to get to the bottom of this thing.
But he doesn't know why I'm calling, but he knows the station now as a result of all these errant phone calls. So he kind of chuckles. I hear him walk into an office. It gets quiet. I just said, what's up, man? And I said, listen, we'd love to get you on the show because of the phone calls you got yesterday, which he chuckled about again. I said it inspired today's question. And every day we do a question of the day. That's why you get very specific stories that come your way on any one given day. He's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense then. I said, yeah, we ask a specific thing. So today we're asking about weird phone calls because you were getting them. And he said, look, man, yesterday was not the first time. This, on average, 3 times a month. Yesterday was a little more than normal. It said, but this has been going on for kind of a while because I have such a similar phone number. I said, yeah, I hope it's not a problem. He said, look, first it used to piss me off because I didn't know if people were pranking me, right? Because people would just call. Yeah. And like Mike said, a lot of times they didn't wait for anyone to ask why you're calling. They just launched in like, dude, I stepped in a pile of dog ass. He's like, but then he got 4 more calls. Like, I stepped on a slug. I stepped on this. So he kind of pieced together. So he goes, now I just fake like I'm the radio station. So typically his first move is he'll say, you won Seahawks tickets. And people go, yeah. And he's like, no, you didn't.
Which is awesome. He's playing along.
But what's also nice, he said, I would just let people tell me the story. So they would call. They realized this is the wrong number. And I said, you know what, just tell me your story anyway. And he said, credit to your listeners. They would tell me. He goes, but keep in mind, like, I'm super busy, man. And yesterday, I'm just hearing about people wiping their ass with a sock or something. He's like, it's not what I expect. So as a result of this, and he made it very clear, I do international business. He's like, I do business in the States. I do it around the world. I obviously know 206 area code because I'm right up the road in B.C.
Yeah.
He goes, but I do business in Washington State, but when I see a Washington area code, I'm real apprehensive to answer the phone because either it's somebody who's going to pay me
especially during
money,
the hours of 2 and 6.
Right.
Or 2 and 4:30.
Somebody's going to give me money to do something, or someone's going to tell me about stepping in a pile of S. And he goes, but at this point, like, I'm fine with it. I understand that's just how life is. But he goes, it just takes a hot minute to figure out exactly what's going on. So as he put it, you almost need more than one phone call to come in on any given day. Because he goes, if it's just one phone call, I don't know if someone's pranking me or if they're crazy. If I get 2 phone calls about the same thing, then I know roughly what you guys are talking about. Anyway, tried to get him on today. He's like, look, man, I am super busy. Like, I just need to know. But he wants to come on the show. He does want to come on the show.
So hopefully we'll get him on.
I emailed him back. He emailed me. He's like, man, as soon as I can make time, I want to go on the show. And he wanted to share some of the stories that he has from our callers.
Yeah. And Mike, didn't you say yesterday that he said, please, just buy my 800 number?
Yeah. Pretty much. He wanted to sell us the number.
He's
He's been giving away tickets, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a, you're caller number 9. You win the Mariners tickets.
It's the Mariners, Metallica, Seahawks. He's like,
Yeah,
I know it's
whatever you
football
call it.
season, man. So he's like, I just say Seahawks once it hit September. And he's like, people are like, yes. He's like, you didn't.
Like Metallica.
Yeah, all of it, man.
Oh, wow.
Good guy, though, man.
Yeah.
Good
So
guy.
today we're going to talk about phone calls, weird phone calls. Now, we realize that we were talking about this in the office. We understand that this conversation could get heavy.
Sure.
We would like to stay away from it if we could. But understandably, you're going to have to make some heavy phone calls in your life and receive them as well. If that's a story you want to tell, that's fine.
Have you ever gotten a heavy phone call to find out it's the wrong number?
I've gotten heavier phone calls where they weren't heavy as much as they weren't there. So I had a woman who used to call when I was doing overnights, and I was in either high school or at college at this point.
All right.
And she would call every morning at 3:30 in the morning and ask me what time it was. And I know she had a clock, damn well she did. And she would always ask me what the weather was. Now, I want you to know at that point in time, and I gave her this, there was an actual number available.
Yeah.
Where you could call. And we had one to set our atomic clocks as far as our stuff in the radio
We
station.
all did.
But just like calling a movie theater and finding out what's playing, you could call this number and they would tell you the forecast and the time. I don't know why that was a service. It just was.
Yeah.
I would always tell her.
Because we always wanted to know. Even when you were a kid, you'd get in an argument. My watch says 4:05. Mine says 4:03. And the thing you said to shut your buddy up, I set mine to the radio.
Right. Now, she also called other members of the radio station I worked at. I was in there. There was 2 other radio stations. There was an FM and an AM. I predominantly worked on the FM. But as you do on overnights, you do work for both stations. So she knew more of the AM people. Those were her people. Those are the people that she called. And a couple, probably a week to a week and a half goes by, and she doesn't call. Now, every time I work, she calls about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, without fail. So I don't know what to do. So I mentioned it to this guy named Jeff who worked there, who was a news guy in the morning. I said, hey, has she called you at all? And he says, no. And I said, okay. I said, if she doesn't call tomorrow night, I said, I'm going to call the police line. Now, the difference was, there's obviously 911.
Sure.
But this was a news AM talk station. So they had all the numbers for the fire chief, the you name it. If it was a city councilman, there was a sheet in there, the mayor. If you needed to call somebody for an interview or whatever, they had that list.
You can call it, or you can look it up and find it.
Yeah, they had a news list that had those numbers. But there was there was a police kind of spokesperson, right?
Right.
So I called and left him a message the next day, and I said, listen, there's this woman who calls every night. I know she lives in Cassville. I know that Jeff Jenkins, our news guy, knows where he lived because one day she needed something and he took it to her house.
Right.
Because they were kind of close as far as where they lived in proximity to each other. He said, don't worry, whatever you need, I'll stop, I'll take care of it, I'll drop it off. And he did. So he knew where she lived. We had no idea. And the police, we can't give them an address. Jeff knows where her house is.
Yeah.
So, and also, they could call us back, but we didn't have cell phones. So it's kind of weird to put this together. So what ended up happening was the next day, so that was a Monday, Jeff met a cop at the McDonald's near Cassville because he called the cop and said, I'll meet you here at 10, 10 a.m., whatever, and we'll go over to the house together. I'll drive, I'll show you where it is. And they went over there, and she had passed on. But it was just weird trying to have this communication and call the cops and say, I think there's really a serious situation going on with this woman. She's elderly. She might have slipped. And she had fallen. Now, whether she had a heart attack or whatever the deal was. So they had to, they had to get a thing, and they had to go back, and they had to go gain entry to the place. However they did that. And she had passed on. She was older up in age, but it was just weird trying to coordinate this kind of non-emergency,
but kind of knowing the end result
with cops and not really having the ability. And I'm young, so to me, I don't want to call the cops. At that point in time, when you're that age, you hate teachers, you hate cops, you hate your principal, for no reason. You just have that.
You do, yeah.
I'm just
anti-authority, man.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I've got that attitude going on, but here I am, and we're coordinating and doing all that stuff. And unfortunately, she didn't make it, but that was some weird phone calls to make and try to gather some information because we did not have her phone number because we did not have caller ID. We had no idea who would ever think to ask this woman where her address is, where she lives.
Yeah, of course.
She just
that would be creepy.
She just stopped calling, and that was. And then when I found out she passed on, I was like, well, that sucks because Actually, we talked for like 10, 15 minutes a night.
Yeah, of course.
So it was never just about the time and about the temperature. She had all kinds of things that she wanted to discuss with me about cousins, sisters, aunts, you name it. I just sit there, put the phone up, listen to her talk. It's the overnight.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I don't have anything to do, but that was my first weird phone situation, I think, from a professional standpoint.
I've had 2 bad, weird phone calls since I've been in Seattle, but I've never changed my phone number since we left Baltimore. So my area code is still the Baltimore area code. So a lot of times that I get errant calls, it's someone in Baltimore. And that woman's probably about 9 years ago. And like I'm looking at the number, typically now your phone will tell you like it's probably spam or marketing or whatever.
Correct.
It's just the same area code. I'm like, F it, I'll answer. And there's, hello. I have bad news. I don't know who this is yet, but I'm like, oh, crap, right? Because I do know some people still in Baltimore. So I'm like, oh, man. And Andre had been shot, and he is in surgery. And they are not sure if he's going to make it. But my mother is at the hospital, and she wanted her to call me. And I let her go through this story. And she's like, he got shot last night. I don't know why he was where he was. So there's like 3 minutes of this, and I'm listening. Because I don't have the heart to break and be like, yeah, you got the wrong number, man. Right?
I don't even know Andre.
So and it's awful, man. And it's bad enough that Andre got shot. But then she's going through all the family members, and they reached out to so-and-so, and his cousin's going to pick up your mom, and then they're going to go here. So, but she kind of finishes. And so, anyway, her point was, can you leave work early to come to the hospital? And I'm like, hey, man, look, I feel so bad for everything you just said. I'm not who you think I am. This is the wrong number. Then, what? I'm like, this is the wrong number. And she says the digits that she thinks she has dialed. She was off by 1. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that number. You have to go through this again.
Ted, if you haven't heard the story, we got to tell you the story. This actually happened outside the building. Yes, we'll tell you when we come back from break.
Yeah.
It was one of the crazy. It was
awesome.
It was absolutely surreal. This woman is losing her S.
On Tony.
On Tony. What's the strangest phone call you've received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Hey, Whatcom County, got an auto loan? Let North Coast Credit Union beat it. This month, we will lower your current auto loan rate by at least 1% when you refinance at North Coast Credit Union. That means more savings in your pocket each month. Just show proof of your current rate and we'll take care of the rest. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more. Open to members and anyone eligible to join. Minimum auto loan rate is 5.47%.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's 1 for you, 1 for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Men's Room now live for your viewing pleasure. Check us out on YouTube. We are there live right now at KISW Rock.
Yes, we is.
And our question, what is the strangest phone call you've either received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So, I am a motivational speaker, as you guys know, and one time for a friend of mine who teaches somewhere that shall remain nameless. I did a video interview that it was a motivational speech, but the students had to watch it later on their own. And she called me and told me that somebody gave a review on the presentation I had given. It was a motivational speech, and said that it was very apparent that whoever watched it had to probably light some candles and play some Al Green while they were watching it. So that was an interesting conversation.
Wait a minute, they thought you were hot?
They liked the sound of my voice, apparently.
Oh, good for you.
All right.
Did they review anything about your message, or were they just like, ooh?
Apparently, the person talked a little bit about what I had said, but most of it was just her kind of getting distracted, like, and ooh, yeah, the sound was this, and his voice sounded like that.
Be honest. Which one would be better? She gives you a review that says, hey, this is very uplifting stuff. I'm motivated, or, man, I just want to get in that guy's pants.
I mean, probably the second one. I think we were.
I know. I was just saying if you're being honest.
So they couldn't see you, obviously.
No, they could.
I knew it.
See me.
Oh, they could, and they still thought you had a sexy voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I like the way you described that.
It reminded me of Deborah, like Thrill had back in the day. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, man. She would call kind of like your old lady, but different. Working overnight.
She don't want anything like that.
And I'd never met this woman, know nothing about her, but she liked my voice, right? And I'm doing the easy listening station in Baltimore at the time. But I'm doing overnight, so she would call in. It took about 2 or 3 days before she just kind of came clean about it. And she would pull out a vibrator and go to town on herself while I'm doing the show. And the way it works in the studio is, I'm playing, I don't know, Cher or some crap on the air, but I can still have a phone conversation with you and just pipe you through the speakers inside of the studio, and no one hears the conversation. So she's just, I'm like, all right, man. Deborah, hang on 1 second. WLI of Baltimore's easy listening station. Coming up is, who sang Lady in Red or some crap like that? Michael Sembello?
UB40.
No,
that's Red.
Oh, wait,
Red
that's
Wine.
Red Wine, isn't
Lady
it?
in Red is...
Is it Michael Sembello?
Is it...
I cannot... Either.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I got to noodle this through.
I got it.
No Googling. Lady in Red is...
Lady in Red, I had to play it probably twice a night every night because it's a long shift. And the song was not new at this
Is
time.
it Simply Red?
No. I want to say it's a solo artist, and I can't think of his name.
Michael something or other?
But I would fire that thing up and then go back to her, and she's still like, doing her thing. I'm like, cool.
I hate this game.
You're right. It was a solo artist. It's not a band.
It's not Michael Sembello.
You're right.
Lady in Red. Oh, man, I used to play this crap all the time. To the point I was told people I hate this song.
This is why I don't reach for the phone. This is what I do all the time with friends.
Sure.
Can't do that.
Can you give us...
You got to come up with it.
Are there any other hits from this person?
Ooh,
No,
there's a
no.
I highly doubt it.
I doubt it, too.
Chris de
highly
Burgh.
doubt it.
Chris,
You got
Chris
it.
de
Yes, it is.
Burgh.
Chris de Burgh.
Chris de Burgh. Yeah. Ta-da.
Are you glad you knew that?
Still works. Sometimes.
I had to play that thing all the time. I guess I willfully forgot who it was.
Yeah.
God, I hated playing that. So that music was so bad, man. I got to the point that I started hating. Well, I always hated playing the music, but it was a gig, right? It's my first radio gig, and my boss would call me on the hotline like 3 a.m. You can't badmouth the artist. Well, obviously, Bill, I can because I keep doing it. Okay, well, you shouldn't. And I said, listen, it doesn't matter if I badmouth the artist. It doesn't matter how much I hate the music, because 2 things I've discovered. One, the people that like this garbage I'm playing, they still like it. I have 0 influence. And 2, people are now jamming my phone lines because they think it's hilarious that I'm suffering. And then I had to play Christmas music for 6 weeks. That went over. That was a hit. Not for me, but I effing hated every second of it. And they kept telling me, look, I know you don't like playing Christmas music, but we're that station, right? This is what we do. This is what we play. I said, I completely understand that. He said, can you stop playing the Grinch at the top of each hour? I said, I could, but we both know I'm not going to. And he let me finish my shifts. And I played every time.
Christmas music is 2 minutes. So you're playing like 20 songs.
And that station
20
is
songs an hour instead of
sad,
10.
lonely songs for lonely people.
It is. It is.
Especially at night.
The show before me, Fran Lang, hotter than God. She was a cool rock chick, but her gig was on this crappy station. And her whole thing was like the dedication thing.
Yeah.
So people would call, hey, Fran, I want to play this song for Billy. He's the love of my life. He's been incarcerated for the last 7 years. Or, Fran, can you play this song for my wife? I just love her so much. So she had a day that she wasn't going to be in. She asked me if I would cover. I said, abso-frickin-lutely, I'm going to cover that show. The boss said, there's no chance. So why not, man? He said, look, it's like a love dedication thing. I said, yeah, I got that.
I'm all about it.
He goes, you're going to ruin it. I said, I'm not going to ruin it. I just want to ask each person, like, look, Billy's in jail. I don't know what his ass did, so I get why you call, okay? I get why you call. But if you're telling me you love your husband so much, and tell him. Tell him.
Well, he can't because
wake his ass up.
He's in jail.
Not all of them are in jail. I didn't understand that.
A lot of, I used to listen to that, right? Especially as I would work overnight. So you listen to that coming into work. But a lot of it I always loved was just like, she left. I don't want to get into it. I really messed up. Tell her I love her. It's like, you know what, Jack? You probably screwed this up to begin with.
You got drunk and had sex with someone else. Just say it. We're not stupid.
Fran can't save you.
I know.
Are you guys having the butt dials lately? There was a period of time about 10 years ago.
My mother keeps butt dialed.
I would get butt dialed, or I would butt dial. And I know, granted, I never put my phone in my back pocket.
No.
So however I did it, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And like with 3 to 5 minute voicemails at times on people's phones. They're like, where are you?
And it's just background noise.
But I feel like anymore, if I get it, it's because somebody's called me in the car and they forgot to hang up.
And that's fair. I understand that. My mother keeps butt dialing me, and because I'll text her like, what's up? You know, they're at the age where half of the relatives and people they know are dropping dead, right? So I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I butt dialed you. So I send her the same message back. What did your butt want?
Yeah.
Can you tell your butt to stop calling me if it does not want to speak?
Here's a good one for you.
Does she not have a password on her phone?
Bro, I don't know. I do not know. And I don't have phone conversation. I don't have conversations about her phone with her.
So,
because I don't want to tip her off to something she might not know.
So, local musician Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is what I'm assuming. I should probably call him and get to the bottom of this. All right. He calls me randomly about once or twice a week. Okay. Right. And as soon as I get ready to pick up the phone, he hangs up.
Mm-hmm.
So I know damn well what's happening. He's got a couple miles in his phone. All right.
I think he's only got you, and he just wants to mess with you.
And he's hitting the wrong one. Well, you want to call him right now and find out?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go get his number, and we're going to call him. So, Ted, the story I want to tell you, we were outside smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
And there's this woman out there, and she is really having a hard time with this guy named Tony.
Tony.
Okay. And she's like, but she needs to, Tony's got a phone number that she needs to be able to call somebody else.
And we don't know why, but it seems very important.
It's very urgent. She's like, Tony, you asked, just give me the number. God damn it, Tony. And she's screaming back and forth. She's like, okay.
Is this a normal-looking person or a
she's normal? She's flustered. She's
There's something important going on, and Tony apparently is a bit of a joker. All right, that's the only sense we could get because we just heard her half of the conversation. But Tony, God damn it, you're not funny. Just give me the number.
So then she goes,
went on.
She goes, okay, 206-715-334. Okay, Tony, thank you. Click.
Miles and I looked at
3
each
minutes.
other.
3 minutes go by. She calls Tony again. God damn it, Tony. That's not the right number. Give me the number. 206-715-334. Okay, this better be the number. Thank you. Bye. Click. And we're like, and I'm looking at Steve like,
he's giving her a 6-digit number, brother.
He's not even giving her a full phone number. And she keeps calling this number. So she does a third time.
So
I thought
Tony the Joker.
So you're not just doing it because you don't want to give out a number on the air.
No.
He wasn't giving
her the full. There was like one number missing.
He'd give the area code.
206-715-334. This better be right, Tony. Click. Because I wanted to walk over and go, you need one more number.
You need another.
I don't think he's giving you all the numbers. You need one more number. He might be close, but he's like this. And she was irate. She was really pissed off.
Damn it, Tony.
Damn it, Tony. 206-715-334. Okay, click. I was just like, oh, man.
She can be here a hot minute.
Yeah. Speaking about dialing, we got this one earlier this week. A Texas man accused of killing his roommate, flight attendant Reyna Soluri, may have inadvertently sealed his alleged accomplice's fate with an accidental phone call, according to police. Authorities say that after his arrest in June, Dennis Day, who is 66, confessed to strangling Soluri during a heated argument at their Fort Worth home in March.
Why would you call anyone to tell them that?
I don't know. He then allegedly loaded her body into a trash bin and drove 70 miles to Bowie, Texas, where he disposed of her remains over a bridge. Now, investigators say they found a key piece of evidence, a nearly 2-minute accidental voicemail on the phone of Joni Thomas, a 62-year-old friend of Day's. Investigators believe that Day called Thomas for help after the murder. In the audio described by...
He left a message?
He left a butt dial.
Jesus Christ.
While they were getting, just loading up the body, so to speak. They can hear the struggling to move something heavy. The male voice can be heard speaking in a panic, urging the woman to help, and offering apologetic remarks like, I'm sorry I got you up, messed up into this. Police say the recording matches Day's account of moving the body into the truck. So he was busted hardcore, basically, because of a butt dial.
That is... There are levels of stupid I can't believe. That's
Yeah,
one.
but you don't mean to do that. I mean, no matter what, you don't mean
to
do that.
But there was a guy back when pagers were the thing, all right? So you don't quite have cell phones yet, but everyone's got a pager, but there are still pay phones. I'm walking to a Rite Aid. There's an irate brother on the phone. This is back in Baltimore. And he's looking at his pager, but he's on the phone screaming down it, just saying, I don't have an emergency. You called me. I was like, what's going on? He's like, man, 911 called. I was like, bro, that's a friend of yours telling you to call them. It's an emergency.
Correct. That was code.
But he's screaming at 911, and obviously the operator's like, sir, we don't call people.
Right. You call us.
You call us, but he called 911 to ask them what they needed. And they're like, we don't need a goddamn thing. And he's screaming at them about, why you paged me? And I'm just like, bro, come on, dude. That's a different friend of yours.
Yes.
Who needs help. It's like, oh, my bad, man. My bad.
What is the strangest phone call you either received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Travis. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
All right. So when I was in college, I didn't start out getting a job right away. I went and joined a bunch of clubs and everything, and then I learned quickly that I needed money to go out to eat and drink with the fraternity that I joined and everything. So I went to get a job at the school, and the only job that was still available a month in was the call center, raising money for the school for alumni and all that. Worst job I've ever had. But there was one guy once that it makes the call automatically for you. I start my spiel. He hangs up on me, but he didn't hang up all the way. And so for the next hour, sitting there twiddling my thumbs, I sat there and listened to Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, just screwing around.
Did you play along?
Yeah, because the computer, when the manager walks by, shows that the call is still connected.
So you weren't making any money off this stuff. I mean, it wasn't like it was an hourly wage, and it wasn't commission. So it didn't matter as long as it seemed like you're doing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
just sat there, getting a paycheck, listen to Jeopardy.
How long did you have that job?
I don't think I lasted 2 months. It was terrible. Everybody was mad at you all the time for calling.
Well, yeah, calling people out of the blue to ask for money is a hard sell.
There's never a convenient time to call. People are either at work, then they're at home in the evening.
It was always during their dinner because it was after school hours, so it was in the evening. And it was a private school, so it was already expensive for these people to go to, and now I'm trying to get more money out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the spam calls. I mean, those are the ones now. I think that's the new era of just like, that's the thing that agitates me most about my phone.
But do you still answer them? Because my phone gives me a warning. It says telemarketer or suspicious
if it's somebody that I don't know and they really need to get a hold of me, they will leave a message.
Yeah.
So it's a doctor's office or something like that. Just confirming your appointment.
Even if it's somebody you know and you don't have their number saved, they'll generally text you or something.
And let you know.
Say, hey, give me a call if you can.
Yeah.
Like I've had a couple people doing some construction work on a bathroom in my home. So if I see that, a number I don't know, and it's a 206 number, I'm going to pick it up. Mm-hmm. Just because it could be one of those people or a doctor's office or whatever the hell it is. But man, like I've been getting all these weird texts that are like, you could earn $100 a day from, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Do you guys get those things or is it just me? I always hit report junk, but I
don't get them much. No, I don't get it. I used to, but maybe not in the last 2 years.
The last few months, and it kind of stopped. I kept getting weird texts too. Like they don't use your name, but just like, hey, what's up? Miss you.
Yeah, miss you. Will you still go out for dinner? Those
something,
kind of
right. I just don't respond. I think it's fishy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And I don't give a crap about the Seattle mayoral race. I'm just saying. You don't have to text me every day. I don't know how in the hell they got
I'll vote.
I already did.
Here's the thing. I'm a registered voter. That's why you're reaching out to me.
Already did.
So all you got to do is vote. I don't need your phone call. I do not need your opinion.
You're not convincing me of
anything.
Research.
It tells me I don't want to vote for this candidate because this mother effer keeps bugging me on the phone.
I need your number so I can call you and constantly bother you.
Yeah. I hate when you have a phone call that looks important and you find out it is. I got one last week, it just said, so I'm looking down. I'm like, I don't know this number. And then it scrolls across my screen and says the school district. And I'm like, I'm still thinking it might be spam, but just in case. And I answer the phone. Is this Mr. Hill? Yeah. Then it went into the thing. And it's something I was kind of aware of. And I'm just like, F. So unfortunately for this woman, I'm at work. Not that it would matter much if I'm at home, but as she's going through all this stuff, I just said, all of that is great. If you need information, you actually need to call my wife. She's like, well, I said, no, yeah, that is my kid. All that. I'm aware of what you're talking about, but the information you're asking me, I couldn't tell you a damn thing, man.
I barely even know her name.
Yeah, I was like, what's her name again? Yeah, that is her. I was like,
She's at that school.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that. But seriously, I'm like, you're asking me like important stuff. Like you can ask my opinion or say a situation's happened, I can handle that. But if you're asking me for actual information, like legal stuff, I'm like, you need to call my wife. And I know for a fact she's at the grocery store, so you can't even do it yet. And the woman kind of chuckled, and I said, just make a note. And I'm being dead serious. I'm not being mean. Like, make a note. I know you have both of our numbers. You could actually get rid of mine, but definitely highlight hers. If it's something important that needs to happen, she's the one to call. I don't know.
Our question, what is the strangest phone call you either received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
You open the fridge, there's nothing there. So what's it going to be? Greasy pizza? Sad drive-through burgers? Dish by Blue Apron is for nights like that. These are the pre-made meals of your dreams. At least 20 grams of protein, no artificial flavors or colors, no chopping, no cleanup, no guilt. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay.
Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's 1 for you, 1 for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture expert technicians who are quick, but not rushed. When you hear the bell, breathe in and out. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today and find automotive peace. No appointment needed.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Show. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what is the strangest phone call you've received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK. People are saying the text, hey, how are you? Haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
Saying that's called a pig butchering scam.
The pig butchering scam. All right.
Basically, the idea is from the agricultural world to kind of fatten up, so to speak, the victims before you take advantage of them.
Okay,
you gain a level of
you.
trust. You start a conversation. Right. Oftentimes, they'll say that they don't want to talk anymore on this platform. Maybe want to go to email or WhatsApp or whatever. And
but
then
they never
there,
say who they are.
They're just trying to befriend you and then get you
Correct.
to invest in whatever crypto thing they've got going on, or transfer money to an African prince or whatever.
Or an astronaut stuck in space.
That's exactly right.
Or Brad Pitt.
That one was bad.
It's real bad. Do you remember that one too? Earlier this year, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And so she thought that Brad Pitt had a crush on her or something like that. Anyway, they hit it off. They have a couple weeks or a couple months long relationship. But Brad Pitt needs money because that's one thing we know about Brad Pitt. Brothers broke all the time. So she sent a bunch of money. Then a lady more recently, one of the astronauts is stuck on the space station. Now, I don't know why you need cash on the space station. There's no ATMs. It's not like you're paying for anything when you're up there. And she fell for that one.
Yep. Elderly woman in Japan sent thousands of dollars to a trickster who claimed to be an astronaut trapped in space and in danger of any moment of suffocating. This is horrible.
And money would help how?
In fairness to the lady, though, she thought they were also in love. So he'd also communicated that.
Sure.
This is back to the, I guess, pig butchering world.
Look, my wife could be stuck on the space station. I love her, but I'd be like, baby, me sending you money ain't going to solve anything up there.
The 80-year-old pensioner lives in Sapporo, the capital of Japan's northern island.
And a delicious beer.
Okay, I was going to say, that's how I know it.
I just learned of that right now. Met the scammer on social media in July, police said, describing it as a romance scam. Not only did the scammer claim to be a male astronaut, but he soon broke the news to her that he was in space on a spaceship right now, and urgently, he was under attack and in need of oxygen.
Under attack from what?
I'm not sure.
Just under attack.
So what else?
In space.
What else could he do but plead for the stranger he just met on the internet for help? Now, naturally, cash was the only solution to this unfolding orbital crisis. So the scammer convinced the lady, who lived alone, to electronically send around 1 million yen, or $6,750 to buy oxygen.
To buy oxygen.
How that oxygen was supposed to be immediately delivered to anyone's space is anyone's guess. But that's enough money to keep the lights on at the International Space Station.
That's all it takes.
How much?
Costs around $1 billion
$6,000
per year in maintenance for upkeep.
Yeah, but only $6,000 for the lights, Miles. Come on, man.
But she was trying to help the guy, but she was ultimately scammed.
How do you not... Look, I feel like if you can run a scam that easily, at some point, just my moral code would not let me follow through. Think about this guy's story, right? This is not elaborate. I'm on a spaceship. I'm under attack. I'm running out of oxygen. If you give me $6,000, I can keep breathing. Like, if somebody actually fell for that, who's not a child, if someone fell for that, I'd be like, dude, let's stop the scam. Like, I don't feel right taking this person. I would feel better mugging you for the money.
Yeah.
Because at least you can put up a fight. Jesus. I mean, that's so ridiculous.
The scamming stuff is ridiculous.
I mean, I've heard a lot of bad ones. That's so stupid to me.
I mean, it's happened to both my parents, right? Like, my dad got caught in one where the guy called and was like, your computer's all messed up. And I don't know what the hell he was doing on that thing. But, yeah, he sent that guy a lot of money because, like, it's the only way it's going to get fixed is this and that.
Right.
So then, right, we had a couple, as you would say, come to Jesus conversations of, like, do we need to put you in a home? Because obviously, well, no, this and that. And then...
How much money do you think he sent?
Honestly, he sent him like 30 G's.
Wow, man.
Yeah. And then my mother, recently, we were already kind of on that line. And it's hard, right, to tell these people they can't have a car or this and that anymore.
Sure.
But some scam, and she went to the bank. And thankfully, the bank, because there's stuff on her account now, like called my brother and was like, hey, so you know, she was just in here and took out a couple grand in cash.
Ooh.
Right. So then they call. So then by the time my sister had talked to her, she was like going to meet him in a parking lot to like give him the cash. Right. And thank God my sister, she was close. and drove over there. And then as soon as my sister called, they hung up and didn't
She was
show
not
up.
in the parking lot, though.
She was still in that parking lot.
She was waiting for the person to show up.
Correct.
Jeez.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
That is terrifying. What was the scam? Do you know? Like, what did they do to entice
my
her?
dad's, I remember, because this was years before he passed away.
Yeah.
So he should have known better. But my mind was, I don't know. I just know it happened. And the thing is, some of them, they do it so quick. And they know how old the person is.
Oh, yeah.
If they have all their facilities or if they're kind of losing it a little bit. So it's not that hard to kind of.
I mean, they can get you on the computer because they say something like, I read one today, basically. We're calling from Microsoft. There's something wrong with your computer. Potentially, this is going to happen to your computer. But look, if you reboot it, you can avoid this thing. And this guy started going down the trail. And it's about 30 minutes or something like this. But at some point, the guy's like, hey, just give me your password. We can solve it from our end, on the Microsoft end. And the guy goes, I got a little suspicious. But like me, he doesn't know jack about computers. But I just said, hey, I will follow your directions. The guy's like, yeah, but it'd be faster if you tell me. He's like, I believe that, but I'll just follow your directions. That went on for about 5 minutes before the other side finally hung up. And he's like, all right, I avoided something. But his point was to people like me, like, look, when you don't know anything about a computer and they call you and tell you, like, look, you're about to be in a world of hurt because, I don't know, something's wrong with the program or hackers have gotten in, all this kind of thing. It's like you do get scared.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do it. But he goes, just the fact that the guy was not willing to let me do it on my end. It's the only tip-off. And I'm like,
Yeah.
look, I just yelled to my wife, like, hey, baby, something up with the computer, man. I don't know.
I mean, I almost got caught on one. It was something like my power bill or something.
That was a big one about a year ago.
It was probably like 3 years ago, but same thing. And I'm like out on a Saturday afternoon and it sounded professional and and I was just flustered. And then finally it's like, and I was like, wait a minute, I can't go to any office?
Right.
You just want my bank info. And he's like, yeah. And then I was just like, oh, you know, and I think I even said like, you almost got me.
Right.
But like,
I
was
say,
that
oh
close.
man, sorry. So close.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, right? Like, I don't know. You got stuff going on, and then, I guess it's not that crazy. They're just like, oh, the payment didn't go through. We don't want to cut your power off. It's like, I don't want my power cut off.
Of course.
Nobody does.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, hell, I almost fell for it.
I got a buddy who got the call probably, I guess it's been 10 years. So his father had passed away. I know his mom was elderly to the point where I'm not sure her situation, if she still lived by herself, whatever the deal is. He gets a call at work from a woman who claims that they're half siblings.
Okay.
They have the same father. Now, the father had passed away. The mother is still alive. My buddy's mom.
Yeah.
Not the mother of his half-sister.
Okay.
So dad had not a separate family, maybe a separate family. I don't know. I don't remember the outcome of this, but he got a call at work, like, and he's my age, so it was probably 45-year-old, 50-year-old guy. This woman drives over to his workplace, and that's how he met his sister.
So this was real.
She showed him, like, I guess,
Oh,
if you're Facebook,
We're waiting for a scam.
Well,
It's
in
like,
other
no.
words, I guess you can look at the page maybe or whatever, but you can't DM someone or if you don't follow them or whatever the deal is. So she, I guess, could figure out where he worked, and they were in the same exact area of Ohio. She drives to his place and says, "Are you this person?" He says, "Yes." And she says, "Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I'm your sister through this." Whatever they did, the genealogy kind of crap.
Yeah, that's one thing people found out.
And is your dad this person? And he said yes. And he said, did you know dad had passed away? And she said yes. We were still in communication. He said, okay, well, we can't really talk about this much because my mom is still alive.
Right.
So, it's just kind of a weird thing. But now that his mom has passed on, they get together more for, holidays, family events, all those things. But that was a weird day for him in his life.
I got to think the tick up on that since like Ancestry.com and 23andMe and all, you just do a genealogy study. You want to find out where you came from and all that's cool. All that's exciting. And you hear story after story where it's like, well, this is my heritage, but also I have 17 siblings that live in New York City or whatever the hell it is, And you get in communication. Sometimes it ends well. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's a slippery slope. I think when you do that, and the one thing I even said to my parents, I'm like, I was thinking about doing it. And they were like, cool. So I thought, okay, we're probably in the, because if they were like, oh yeah, just ask questions.
The other weird one I got. I was about 16, 17 years old. So the studio line, you call for requests. And keep in mind, I'm one of these people who I'm young. I'm working on the weekends. I'm working on the overnights.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the radio station goes, I know some of the salespeople. I don't know a lot of those people who are like, I see them from time to time at like concerts, events. I know some of them. I don't know all of them. But this dude calls up and he goes, hey, he goes, who's this? And I told him my name. And obviously I'm not on the air at the time. So he doesn't know me. He's like, I want you to pass it on right now that your general manager is having sex, he didn't say it that way, with my wife, and I'm going to come down there, and I'm going to beat his ass.
All right.
And I said...
and what time? This is overnight?
This was on the weekend.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember exactly what time it was. He was not... The general manager was not there, okay? Or the general sales manager was not there at the time. But I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And he said, I want you to tell him that he better have be looking over his shoulder, because when I see him, I'm going to kick his ass. And I'm like, and you want me to tell him this? And he's like, yeah, I want you to tell him I'm going to kick his ass. And if I ever see blah, 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 and I don't know what the deal was. So I saw him like a week later and I said, hey, this is kind of strange.
Hey, boss.
I got a phone call. Well, he was like the sales manager.
Okay.
So he wasn't like my manager, but he was like one of the big bosses. That's, And I said, hey, I just want to let you know I got this random call from this dude. And he goes, and he wants to kick my ass, right? And I said, yeah, how'd you know? He's like, I've already talked to him. He's like, he already told me he called you and told you.
Oh.
And I was like, Jesus. He's like, yeah, I talked to him a couple days ago. He made sure to call back the front desk during business hours.
At least he was thorough.
And tell the reception the same thing. And then have the call patched back to him. And they actually had a conversation. They're like, brother, this is not me. I don't have anything to do with this.
I'm just letting you know.
Exactly. Here we go. Canadian couple who spent months fielding calls from Americans who claimed they had had found their lost cat has traced the issue to a shirt boasting a missing cat poster, complete with their phone number. So the shirt was sold by Wisdom New York, which is a company based on Long Island. And it featured a photo of a missing cat dubbed Turbo. The offer of a cash reward was also on the poster.
And that's why you got called.
And a phone number with a 604 area code belonging to Natasha Laveau and Jonathan McCurrick of British Columbia. Every day, sometimes like 6 times a day, I'm getting these really random phone calls. And people are leaving me voicemail saying they found my cat. They want money for my cat. The couple do have a cat, but she's not lost, nor is she named Turbo, per the New York Times. Now, for a while, they thought the calls were part of some scam. Then they questioned a caller and learned of the T-shirt. The company said the use of a real number within the art, that was not intentional. The shirt,
you have 555 numbers.
Shirt has now been removed from the website, but posts about it remain on TikTok, and they continue to receive calls about Turbo. For now, at least,
Turbo.
They plan to keep the number that they've had for the last 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Though she says she's not answering calls from unknown numbers. And I feel like I deserve a T-shirt after this.
Hey, at least get the T-shirt.
She told the Canadian Broadcasting Company.
That's why they use 555 numbers in TV, movies, etc.
All the time.
Right? That is the number, because that one will not be assigned to anybody or anything. And that way, Hollywood can do the productions and give a number.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think the T-shirt company would know that. I've known that since childhood, man. It's the standard thing. If you know you're not running a con, but it is fiction, it is a 555 number. Period.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I do miss the days pre-cell phone. It's not that I got a lot of weird calls when it was just a landline, but the prank phone calls. Right? It's a dead art now. It's just, you can't do it because people, they can find your number. So now people run scams, but it used to be, if someone annoyed you on the phone, they were not running a scam. They were just being obnoxious, or they made a funny sound, or they tried to convince you of something that wasn't true, right? But you weren't going to lose money on it. Right. We had a guy years ago, Baltimore phone book. I cannot say what his last name was. But at this time, 700,000 people lived in Baltimore. And he was the only guy in the phone book that had this very unfortunate last name. So we're 14, 15 years old. We thought we were clever. So we're going to call this guy and let him know. So he picks up the phone and we said, man, you're the only blank in the phone book. And his response, quote, I know. We're like, click. Clearly, we were not the first people to alert him to this. But I'm like, damn, out of 700,000 people, you're the only one. Do you know the name, Mike? Same as the name from the guy on, the dating game. Remember, I wanted to do it as a shot, and you said...
Wink Martindale?
No. It was a contestant on the dating game. And I will not say his name, but it's just...
Is it a slur?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's a very unfortunate last name, but the host is still like, and finally we have Robert Blank. And it even adds...
What does it start with?
Starts with F.
Starts with what?
F.
Oh.
I'll write it down for you.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. And...
that's right. So Joe at the end.
Yeah.
So more of a French pronunciation.
No, it was straight up. It was pronounced the way. Yes. Yeah. And that's what
like
the
a
host,
cigarette.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so the host just says it, and the guy's like, and the host even adds, "Boy, that's an unusual last name," and you can just see the look on the guy's face, like, "Yeah,
I know,
I know."
Right, he's probably sick and tired of having people call him. And say,
Why would you go on a national game show knowing they're going to announce your name? Like, there's a lot of things you just avoid for certain reasons. If that's my last name, the last thing
I'm changing it.
It's going on national TV.
I'm changing it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my name.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I get married, I'm keeping my name. Whatever the deal is, I'll keep my original name. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
God, that is a married name, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, you don't do that.
That's love. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't do that.
That is love.
Here's where your phone can fail you and really make things more complicated. A Milwaukee woman was so angry about a failed DoorDash delivery, she followed the driver home and attacked her car, causing more than $10,000 in damage, according to police. Jana J. Jones faces a felony charge of criminal damage of property over the July 11th incident. According to court documents, the driver was unable to deliver Jones' order from a restaurant called Friars.
All right.
Because her phone service cut out. Now, the driver went home to then use her Wi-Fi to cancel the order, but she soon began receiving threatening messages from Jones. Jones was apparently able to track the driver through the in-app GPS because the order was not canceled until the driver arrived back at her residence. Now, according to court documents, she attacked the driver's car with a tire iron and a brick, smashing windows and causing about $10,300 in damages.
Jesus.
She did this over a 10-piece chicken wing order.
Come on.
Noting that Jones passed Friars to get to her home and could have stopped by there and picked it up anyway. DoorDash said the customer's behavior was uncalled for, unacceptable, and disturbing. And Jones has been banned from the app. She could face more than 3 years in prison if she is convicted.
Over a 10-piece what now? 10-piece
chicken wing order.
Come on.
Our question, what is the strangest phone call that you've either received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast!
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Show. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
In the men's room.
Tara Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show on the way. We're going to sit and spend today. We go searching 10 rock bands described by Google.
That's described by Google.
We don't know the band. We'll get the description of said band. Then we can guess who they're trying to describe.
All right.
So they say this band was formed in, I don't know, Philadelphia in 1980. And they were on the pinnacle of the hair scene. Yeah. You probably would guess Cinderella. You get the idea? Because I don't really think they have any other bands.
From Philadelphia?
Yeah, Cinderella.
What about John Bon Jovi?
Well, he's from New Jersey. Yeah. Same difference?
Basically, right?
Okay.
He owned the Philadelphia Soul, dude.
That is a good point.
He did.
We got Sit and Spin coming up at 4:30. Now do we...
Wait. No. I'm going to give you the Google description of who we're about to talk to.
Oh, okay.
As we promote Sit and Spin.
Right.
We're about to talk to an American guitarist, singer, and songwriter. His music blends elements of grunge, rock, hip-hop, soul, and other genres. After years of performing in local venues of his hometown of Seattle with his trio, And the Way, he was noticed by producer Sir Mix-a-Lot. It led to an independent career until he signed with John Barbados/Big Machine. That is right. Also known as Aaron Jones, everybody.
Yes, Aaron, how are you?
What's going on, fellas? How are we?
We're doing really well,
dude.
We're talking about phones today. The strangest phone call you've received or ever had to make. So I was telling the guys that for about the past 3 or 4 weeks, I have been getting ghost calls from a guy named Aaron Jones.
You have me ghost calls from me. This is so true, bro.
And I had a theory on this, and I wanted to see if I was correct. So after I threw you under the bus, I said, I'm pretty sure that Aaron's got a couple miles that's in his phone. Mm-hmm. And once he realizes he's dialed the wrong miles, as soon as I pick up the phone and go, hey, Aaron, what's up? He hangs up on me.
And I'm convinced that it's more that it's Miles Montgomery, but just to mess with him because he sucks as a human being. There's one little needle you can stick in the side and you hang up when he says something.
No, dude, here's the truth, man. I be smoking weed, man.
There you go. Yeah. Is that really all it was?
I be smoking weed, Doug, and sometimes I be picking up my phone, and it's just be on speaker. I'll say like, "Hey Siri." So you know what actually happens, bro? I say, "Hey Siri, call Michael." My brother's name is Michael Jones.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I say, "Hey Siri, call Michael," and she's dumb, and it's a computer. If you worry about AI taking over the world, shut up. So it calls Miles. I'm like, oh, it's Miles' phone number. I look down like, oh, dang it, it's the wrong number.
I keep wanting to call you back. Like, what do you want? Let's get a beer. I mean, I figure like half the time.
Dude, I be thinking that, but every time I look down and I call you, I think you're on the radio or something, and so I'm like, he's busy.
Well, no, right now.
Don't say like that.
Right now I am, but would you call me today at like noon or whatever the deal was? I'm like, no, that's not what's going on. What
I was on the way to my boy Nick Martin's house, man. We're working on this blues record I'm doing with this kid, man, and so I was just like, yeah, man. I called you, and then I thought, what's funny is I'm going to be downtown. I thought about you, and I was like, he's busy. I was like, I should ask him.
I'm the busy one. Yeah, that's it. I'm the busy one. Sure.
Don't you have like 114 kids now? You have enough kids to field a basketball team, correct?
At least, yeah. I mean, for now, it's a hockey team, but yeah, basketball. You're right. Basketball, hockey, soccer, football.
Are you done, Nick Cannon, or are you just like, hey, the more the merrier?
Dude, I'm like done. You know, I got the snip-to-dee doodad, and so I'm doing a lot better with that in terms of having children. But I would listen, man. I love kids so much, dude. My wife and I are so passionate about children. I'm sure that if the timing and everything were better, we would be down to have more kids. But I think we both agree that like
5 is enough.
Seems enough. Yeah, seems enough. Yeah.
Also, too, when you go away on tour or whatever, I mean, she's there with all those kids.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like it always could be a team because your job doesn't enable that.
Right. No, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. That was part of the decisions too, man. But we both have talked about it. If the circumstances were different, we totally would be down with having more kids.
What have you been up to lately?
Man, I've been working on some cool stuff, man. Some stuff I can't quite announce yet, but I got I got some really cool things I'm working on in addition to a record, working on a podcast. I'm working on a possible television show. There's a lot of things I'm working on right now, man. I got some things in the bag, and we're kind of just watching as the pieces all come together so that we can make it all happen right now. So everything's in the baby stages, but it's getting there.
What about the stuff that we were listening to in your car when we were getting stoned? You ever release that?
Yeah, no, not yet. That's
okay.
The thing, man.
Okay.
I'm still sitting on that, man, and that's a cool record right now. So What else did I do? I was at Black and Loud this past weekend, which was cool. It's always cool to see the fan Black and Loud. I went to go see Living Color, which was great. And then dude, I was actually I had the wildest weekend last weekend, bro. And like I was telling somebody this, I was like, sometimes you put your head down and you go, and you're just trying to chase your heroes, and then you pause for a second and realize you're standing next to them, And so last weekend, I go to Black and Loud to see Vernon Reed and Corey Glover and Doug Wimbish and those guys over at Living Color. So I'm hanging with those two at Black and Loud. But in between, Matt Cameron's got this thing going on down at the Triple Door. So I go down there, dude, and I'm hanging backstage with Matt Cameron. Freaking Chris Novoselic walks in, and then Kim Thale walks in, dude. And so I'm like, in one of these pinch myself moments, but also like it occurs to me that I've known these guys for a long time, and they're like friends.
Yeah, you're part of the club. Yeah, I will say I've quoted you a couple of times. I'm just saying we got the chance to jam with you as the Rock Night, I believe, 2, 3, 4 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah. And
you're doing your thing, and I remember whoever the like stage manager was. All right, they work at the club, so they had pulled you aside and said, "Hey, Ron, hey man, you guys have 20 more minutes to jam." And I always remember you walked up to us on stage. Hey, guys, we got 20 minutes to jam. We're going to jam for 21. And I was like, Rebel, that is the baddest ass thing. I'm like, all right.
Rebel. That's crazy.
I know, I'm such a bad boy. That's right. Playing past the time they told me to stop.
Yeah.
What the 1 minute bad boy.
I guess Matt Cameron isn't really official.
Don't go with that nickname. Yeah. Do not go with the 1 minute bad boy.
He's got 5 kids.
No, it's on the table. Like I literally have a whiteboard in front of me. I wrote that down. I was like, 1 minute bad boy.
Oh, yeah. So I guess it's safe to say that Matt Cameron's still going to play the drums. He's just not going to go out and do the long tours and all that stuff with Pearl Jam.
Hard to say, man. I really didn't get into it with Matt about the future or anything, but I know that whatever Matt Cameron decides to do is going to be golden because the dude has the greatest spirit and is one of the coolest cats that you can talk to, man. So I think I trust that whatever decision he made it from his heart, and because it meant something was out on the horizon for him that I think that he really felt like he needed to do, man. So I'll say that much. But I don't know in terms of the rest. I have no idea what Matt's going to end up doing, man. I'm sure he's going to be doing something crazy, though.
Well, he's going to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And have you ever met his wife? We had him in there a couple of years ago, and we're talking about his drumming and all the different bands he got to play with. And he goes, God, fellas, look, I appreciate it, man. He's like, I'm the worst musician in my family. Apparently, his wife is like some super classically trained, and I don't remember the instrument. Or something, man. But he's like, dude, she crushes me. And she's like, oh, you're the one that gets all the accolade. Okay, cool.
Damn. That's funny. Yeah, I got to meet her this past weekend. She was there, man. And what's funny, we actually didn't talk much about music. I think we just talked about the life, like being married and having a significant other in the industry, and the ups and downs of that, and the stories that no one is told as to what happens when your family takes on that kind of from job and career. It's tough, and so we had some really great conversations. And I know that her spirit was just so calming to me, man. I was just really taken aback by her presence.
Yeah, Ted and I couldn't even talk about just being married.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, if someone approached you guys and said, look, we want to talk about this very thing that you brought up, and it's about, like you said, to be married into the industry, would you be comfortable with what you think your wife might have to say, or would you be like, nah, baby, I got this, I'll explain it?
I think that I'd be comfortable with it, man, because the truth is, dude, it's like the realest person you ever got, dude, is a person that you sleep next to every single night, man, and yeah, man, I mean, like, the truth be told, like, it's tough being married in any industry, and especially when it's one that throws someone into fame and fortune and out there, man, in the world. And it's more important in those moments than ever to have somebody that roots you in something real, man. So yeah, I think that we've had lots of stories to tell, and we've lived a rich and full life, man, with the ups and downs, the roller coasters. It's the carousel. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Aaron, I'll come in once you get ready to make some kind of announcement or whatever you got going on. Just let us know and come in the studio, and we'll share with everyone else.
Call Miles and just stay on the line.
Yeah, just keep calling me the entire time.
Hey, Miles, I actually called you, but just let you know, buddy, I love you. Thinking about
love you too. I've been calling your brother Michael. All right.
That's funny, man.
Talk to you soon.
All right. See you, man.
Fellas, be good.
Okay, right on. I told you. It had to be close.
And it was even today as well.
Yes. I'm just like, what are you doing, dude? I don't mind. I mean, just don't hang up. You could just say like, hi, man.
Sorry, man.
Wrong number, man. My bad, dude. But I know. Don't hang. And then I text like, what, you all right, man? Like, what's going on?
He's stoned talking to Siri.
I know. What is the strangest phone call you've received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
Sometimes, too, like on iPhones, right? You go back and you see the recent calls.
Yeah.
But you got to be very careful.
Because you can accidentally hit that.
Correct.
I've done that. There was somebody.
And I might not want to talk to that person.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember who it was now, but like I just got their number. I'm just trying to put it into my contacts, and I called them 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does he keep calling? So I hung up, and I'm like, all right, let me do this. And then I called them again. And then I did it a 3rd time, so I just left it alone for about an hour. Tried it again, and I was successful.
By the way, our YouTube channel took a crap there for a minute, but we're back up. If you want to check us out on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Yes, indeed. Hello, Tony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola.
Hola.
All right, this one kind of dates back, but it's a little recent. But when I was a kid, dude, my uncle was like the coolest dude ever, right? Like he had like just the coolest action figures. Like everything was just the coolest about this dude, right? Like and he was a very like bigger dude, like muscular kind of man. So he would always like take us for the summer, and we would always like hang out with him, and like it was like the funnest time for us. But when we were kids, like for years, he had this like best friend that was always with him, and like that dude was the coolest dude ever too. So it never really like made any sense. We just thought they were like the bestest friends like possible. And so one day when we were kids, we kind of like. He was like hanging out with his friend. His friend came by early, and we were all hanging out one morning. And then he was like, "You guys head down early to go to the pool, and we'll meet you." So we were like ready to go anyway. So we were like, "All right, so whatever, right?" So we left, and we came back, and my older brother and my older cousin went inside the house, and they basically ran out and was like, "Bro, our uncle." And our other uncle that we basically call uncle, they were like, they were in the shower together. So we kind of all were like, we were like, maybe they were like washing their, swimsuit before they head down to the pool. And and we were all coming up with different ideas. And there was just nothing that the older ones knew. They were like, nah, man, they were in the shower together. So we just, kind of assumed, right? Like, as kids, all of us agreed, like, hey, maybe we called our uncle, and maybe that's what it is, right? He's still a cool dude. I guess, like, a couple months later, nobody else knew but us, and we just, I don't know, I never really gave a crap about it, and it just kind of just blew over my head, just, like, never really remembered it, right? I ended up moving cross-state here to Washington, and so, like, I kind of lost touch with everybody back at home in the East Coast. And so one day my mom calls me randomly, and this is like my phone's getting blown up. I'm in the middle of hanging out with friends one night, drinking and she just calls me. I'm like, what the hell is my mom calling me? I pick it up, and that was the first thing she said to me. Hey, did you know your uncle's gay? I was like, I think I did know that. And then she just kind of asked. I said, nah. I was like, you got to ask the older cousins about this, because I was little when it happened. But I was like, yeah, I think I did know. And she was like, I just recently found out everybody back at home. She went on a trip, and she was like, everybody back at home is like saying that he's very like really gay now. I said, oh, man, that's awesome.
Right. I mean, it's always a phone call. So years ago, man, my mom, she worked in the fashion industry, and her boss it was like a smaller dinner, not quite a party, at his house, right? And this is back in Rochester. I'm maybe in 4th, 5th grade, and it's getting cold. The sun's going down. I'm just cold. So her boss, always a cool dude. He's like, hey, do you want a sweater or something? I'm like, yeah. He's like, go upstairs, go to the left, just grab one out of the room. Went in his room, grabbed a sweater, kind of looking around, and he had a very good friend, as the caller just said, Bob, I think was his name. Either way, I really like both of the clothes are there. And I'm like, this is so cool. So I come downstairs.
It's like having a sleepover every night with your best friend.
That is what I said to him. I was like, wait a minute. You guys share a room? And there was kind of a weird hush around the adults at first. And I'm not tracking why it mattered to them. So I'm like, dude, when I have a sleepover, my buddy, I'm like, that is awesome. You guys have sleepovers like every night. Because as adults, as a kid, they can do whatever they want. They were like, yeah, we have sleepovers every night. I'm like, God, man, when I
It's
grow
a
up,
lifestyle.
I want to be.
That is a great lifestyle.
Just
order
like you.
pizza and watch a movie.
But I remember this guy, Bill Root was his name. I said, man, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. And he looked at me and said, we'll find out. And then went completely over my head. But I'm just like, all right.
That's a good line.
He's got to make it.
We'll find out.
Because everyone else looked all awkward. I am not tracking with it at all. But he's like, well, hey, we'll find out. I'm like, cool. And from that moment on, he was like the coolest dude in the world to me. I'm like, sleepover every night. Telling all my buddies.
You could
and they're
deliver
like,
the dude and still live with the chick.
I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, they're in the same room just like when you sleep over at my place. I'm like, God, you can't. And they're adults. You can't beat that, man.
I ain't take the sex out. That's what's fun about having roommates in your early 20s.
Yeah, sure.
Especially a sleepover every night.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
But it's only good for about a year. And then you're ready to...
But it's a great year.
It is a good year.
Could you go through the, I can't believe every adult doesn't do this. I'm saving money. We're partying all the time. It's great. You're right. About a year later, you're like, I can't do this anymore.
How much
my
money...
buddy Justin and I, we had it down pat. Because we lived in the same building.
Right.
But we didn't live together.
Okay. That's decent.
You know what I mean? So it was like, he was close enough that we could
But far enough away.
Correct. And you
bacon.
So you can scratch each other's backs. If
bacon
you
salt.
take care of whatever, but
correct. I could go down there if he needed me to. I had a key. He had a key to my place. We had one rule: no random knock-bys. You got to text.
That's fair. Yeah,
just in case. No pun intended.
Well,
correct.
Yeah, man. That's because a roommate. I remember my roommate. There was a party going on. He was dating. He's not married to her. Super hot chick, and I'm in bed. And someone's knocking on my window, which outside of Salem's Lot, when you live on the third floor, seems a little odd.
Correct.
I look at my window, and here's his naked ass hanging on the fire escape. He's like, dude, do you have condoms? Unfortunately, my answer was like, boy, do I. Because I'm not using them. He's like, dude, just give me one. Come on. I'm like, why are you on the fire escape? He's like, we're having sex on the roof. I'm like, all right. There's naked ass climb back up, and they swap their guts, man. Very annoying. Yeah. And he was a good-looking dude, like your buddy DB. Like, he was that good-looking. I'm just like, of course you are. Jesus.
Early on in my my career of screening phone calls for this fine program, one thing that I also did have to field from time to time is I got to field the interviews that you guys get the opportunity to talk to. And I try not to get starstruck with these folks, but sometimes it proves difficult.
Depends on who it is.
There was one opportunity that we had that we were going to interview Alice Cooper here on this program, right? I don't know how we got it. I don't know why we got it, but hey, Alice Cooper wants to talk to the show. He's going to be on at, X amount of time. All right, cool. I had him on the line. I picked it up. Hey, I've got Alice Cooper for you. Cool. I put him on hold. I don't remember why we couldn't take the call.
We could not?
Could not take the call.
I was going to say, I remember this, but I don't remember talking to Alice Cooper.
We didn't talk to Alice Cooper is the thing, because for whatever reason, we had to punt the phone call. I don't know why. Here's the thing. We got Alice Cooper on the phone. We should talk to him. So there was something that went down to where we just straight up could not talk to Alice Cooper that day.
The hell do you think it was?
I don't remember, man. But for whatever reason, I got the look from Ryan Castle like, you have to go hang up on Alice Cooper. Yeah, that's not fun. Oh, damn it. So I go pick up the phone. Mr. Cooper? Yep, here for you. It's like, there's been a scheduling conflict, and we won't be able to make this phone call. Yep, no problem. It's all
he was cool.
He was totally cool, man. He was such a great guy. Like, I want to meet him just to tell him that story, which I'm sure that he has had 100 times in his career of doing all these radio interviews. But maybe we weren't on the air at the time. Maybe we had it on there, and for whatever reason, we weren't all in the studio. Or
I cannot think of a reason why we would not. But obviously something happened.
Yeah.
You know who I want to talk to is the bass player from Trickster, I believe it is. Do you know who Trickster is? Warrant. Okay, you've heard of Warrant.
Yes.
Right, Cherry Pie.
Yeah.
Okay, so somehow we had an interview early in our career here. We had an interview scheduled with this guy. I couldn't tell you his name, and it doesn't matter, and Warrant sucks. But we're going to interview him anyway.
Warrant does not suck.
They do suck. And he ended up canceling on us. And look, it's not that it's the end of the world, because I wasn't dying to talk to him, but I'm like, bro, where are we on the pecking order when the bass player from Warrant, not the singer, the bass player, and I'm a bass player, and I'm still like the bass player from Warrant. It's like, nah, man, I got better things to do.
Well, maybe he had an emergency.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
Sure. Well, I mean, we canceled Alice Cooper when he was on the phone. I don't think we can S on this guy and be like, thinks he's too big time. Like, I don't think Alice Cooper's walking around, sweating us.
An artist, Ted back in the day, Robert Palmer, okay? So I have an interview with him at like 6 a.m. in the morning. He's in England. So this is an easy phone call for him. I am dying right now because I just went and saw basically The Dead and Steve Winwood.
All right.
So the phone rings. I basically went from Merriweather Post Pavilion, the equivalent of, White River, and just went straight to work and sat in the chair because I'm like, I'm still tripping. And I'm just going to do my job. I will feel better. But there's no point. If I lay down, man,
it's done.
I'm not getting up. So I just need to push through and just get the shift done. Completely space on this interview. The phone rings. It's the hotline. I'm like, damn it, what is this? And it's like, hello, Robert Palmer here. And I'm like, oh, S. I'm like, Jesus, man. I'm like, hey, how are you? And he's like, I'm doing wonderful, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, how are you? And I'm like, I got to be honest with you, man. I was like, I took acid last night. I went and saw The Dead, and Steve Winwood opened up. I was like, it was one of the greatest shows ever, but I was on acid, and I thought it wouldn't be that powerful. I said, but man, it's 6 a.m. here. I am still just peaking, man. He goes, oh, mate. He's like, I've done a lot of acid with Steve Winwood. And I was like, you did acid with Steve Winwood? This is how the conversation starts.
This is how we get into the interview.
Like, oh, yeah, man. He's like, back in the day, he's like, he's very religious now. But back then, he's like, yeah, we did acid all the time. So that was basically the start of the interview. I'm tripping still, and he's talking about doing acid with basically the band I saw last.
Did that help calm you down a little bit that you guys were on that level?
Actually, yeah. It's like, that sounds awesome.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
Taryn Daly, Steve Makes the Daily Makes Morning Show coming up. We'll sit and spin 10 rock bands that are being described by Google. And we get your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
With Kevin's Natural Foods, you're just 5 minutes from feeling like clean, protein-packed meals that taste as good as they make you feel. Get that clean eating feeling with Kevin's Natural Foods in the refrigerated aisle.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's one for you, one for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
You open the fridge, there's nothing there. So what's it gonna be? Greasy pizza? Sad drive-through burgers? Dish by Blue Apron is for nights like that. These are the pre-made meals of your dreams. At least 20 grams of protein, no artificial flavors or colors, no chopping, no cleanup, no guilt. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Taryn Daly, Steve Makes the Daily Makes Morning Show on the way. We'll sit and spin. We've got 10 rock bands described by Google. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. 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 You
And a couple from our question on strange phone calls. Ola, gentlemen, I get a call from my doctor's office, and the nurse immediately tells me, my lab tests have come in, and they are positive. I need you to come back to the office immediately. Thing was, I had not been to the doctor's office in months, so I told the nurse the error, but she was absolutely certain that I had been there that morning. Back and forth we go, and finally I tell her, you know what? I'm a twin, right? There's a long pause, followed by a, uh-oh. She had violated some rules there of the HIPAA variety and told me my sister's results. Awkward. She apologized profusely. Thankfully, my sister was fine with the error, and the lab work was nothing critical. Congrats on 20 years, guys, and rock on. That from Alicia. I will say this. If you were my twin brother, and you go to the doctor, and there is something wrong with you, I'm going in the next day to get whatever that is checked.
Absolutely,
I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, if you got it, then I'm going to get it. That's the way I feel like with twins.
Yeah, if you're genetically identical, yes.
I could be completely wrong on that, but, that would be my thought. Guys, when I was 15, I got a kick of answering the phone call in goofy ways. One night, I answered a call with Dudley Do-Right of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The guy on the other end started laughing and hung up. The phone rang again seconds later, and I answered it right away. Guy said, "This is Snidely Whiplash, and you'll never catch me." And he hung up. Never to find out who that was. That from Dave. As we move on to the birthday emails brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly. I will say, I texted somebody, this is probably 2 years ago, right? I'll be very vague. I had run into somebody. They said, oh, yeah, this is my number. Shoot me a text. I texted them. This number said, it's not that person. And I said, all right. And they were like, do you need to talk to him? And I said, not really, honestly.
What if you found out it was that guy? Well, damn, man.
He said nice stuff, dude. But, if I hadn't run into him, he had said, it had been years.
Yes.
But then me and this guy oddly kept texting for 10 minutes. Unless we went to another bar, me and my friends. And the guy was just funny on the other end. And he was like, you don't really care? And I was like, no, not at all. And he was like, that's kind of funny. And the file was like, all right, man, it's Saturday. I'm going to go get a beer. I got to go.
Meet me there.
Right, but we texted for 10 minutes, right, because it was a local number.
But isn't there some guy, I want to say it's their 12th, 15th year in a row, every Thanksgiving they spend together? Do you remember the woman?
Oh, yeah.
She texted, I don't remember who she was trying to reach.
There was a grandma that did it to a guy, and that guy still goes to that lady's house.
They made friends, and they do this every single year.
Right, and then there's a couple other dudes that I don't know if it's Thanksgiving, but it's something like that, and they meet up.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. I guess making sure.
Yeah.
Seems a little dangerous. Here come the birthdays, guys. I want to wish my son Dexter a happy 6th birthday. He's my little buddy, and I love watching him grow up and starting kindergarten. Can I have the captain wish him a happy birthday? Then you guys talk all over yourselves about monster trucks. Thanks, guys. Lots of love. That from Mom, Dad, and Lem.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy 6th birthday. Mr. Montgomery was concerned that the old Capitan might say something off-color to a 6-year-old. I don't know why that is, as most of my stars are, pretty just green bastards as far as I see. But at the age of 6, you're going into kindergarten, so learn the alphabet, learn how to read, enjoy recess, eat healthy, and make sure you follow the instructions of your teacher.
What about having a big bowl of Captain Crunch?
Well, he's 6 years old. Don't eat that stuff. It'll rot your teeth and your brain. It's just fiberglass and sugar. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's his birthday.
I know, but eat something that's not that. But I will tell you this. This is the strongest advice the cat can give you. If you scratch your butt, don't smell your fingers. It's weird to everybody. Crunch berries.
Guys, it's my buddy Nick's 21st birthday today. We're huge fans of your show ever since we were kids. Can he get an OG fish sandwich, or your penis is too small, and the dirty German's giving him crap about his horrible memory? Thanks, guys. Your show has brought us countless laughs throughout the years. Cheers. That from Gravy.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Yeah, we know he has a terrible memory because this is the 9th time we've given him crap about the terrible memory, but he still doesn't remember.
Yeah, he doesn't even remember that night we had.
No, he does not remember why his pillowcase was wet. Yeah. He does not remember why his rectum was sore.
Well, he has that tattoo that just says Deutschland.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
People in Whatcom and Skagit County have been choosing North Coast Credit Union for 86 years. But they're not just choosing a credit union. Our members are choosing to support local businesses. They're choosing lower fees and loan rates. They're choosing to take ownership in their communities. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Washington. Visit one of our 5 branches or northcoastcu.com to see why North Coast Credit Union is the obvious choice.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Robin. A couple extra emails. It says, subject, love you guys. Mitchola's been listening to you guys ever since I moved to Washington 7 years ago. I recently got injured on the job. So watching your new live stream on YouTube at KISW Rock has made physical therapy much more enjoyable. Love you guys. That from John.
Oh.
Nice. Man, that's the worst. I told him. That is the worst part about getting injured.
Oh, physical therapy?
Just the physical therapy.
It does.
Ah, God. I mean,
but a lot of people
have to do it.
A lot of people, if it's like 8 weeks of it, they start peeling off about 2 weeks. It does suck. Having done it with my wrist. Yeah, when I broke my wrist, I didn't feel like doing it. Didn't think I needed to do it. The woman told me to squeeze this pressure gauge, and I squeezed the living piss out of it. And she said, start anytime you like.
And this final...
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude, you don't realize how weak you are. Trust me. Just do the physical therapy. It sucks, but it is worth it.
Let's see here. One more. When I had to relieve myself. Ola Vichola's catching up on the podcast on the Odyssey app. Most memorable time I had to relieve myself was New Year's Day 2021. I'd spent the few days prior on a steady diet of vodka and Chinese takeaway. So on New Year's Day itself, I decided to go for a long walk in the late afternoon, early evening, start the year off right. So I go on a walk about 5 miles or so round trip, and I'm used to taking this route, so it's not really an issue. But suddenly, as I'm on the second half of my walk in the route toward home, all that Chinese food and vodka had finally caught up with me, and my stomach started to rumble. This happened as I was nearing the park that I walked through on the way back. Now remember, this is January 2021, and COVID restrictions here in England were still in place. Now normally, I'd just pop into a pub, do my business there. But pubs are closed. And these supermarkets and other shops, they don't have public toilets. So if I'd had any sort of paper towel or tissue on me, I probably could have got away with just crabbing in the woods along the perimeter of the park, considering it was dark and 5 o'clock and no one was out anyway. But that was not the case. So I had to walk the rest of the way back to my home with a rumbling stomach and clenched ass. About 1.5 miles, the closer you get to your destination, the worse it gets?
Yep.
Yeah, that happened. I finally opened the door to my home and could not even make it to the toilet. I had to unleash in my home office wastebasket. And it didn't all make it into the basket either. Yeah, that was a fun cleaning job. And to make matters worse, I lost a 10-pound note that I had in my pocket that fell out at some point on the walk. What a great way to start a new year. Cheers, bitches. That from Sean and England.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink with and toast with a shot of the day. But first, coming up here at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. According to a new study, less than 30% of ChatGPT use is non-work related.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of glad about that.
Does that mean it's school related?
School related, it's fun related. I actually wonder if school related is actually included in there.
I don't know. Because it just says, you would think they would say work and school, but I don't know.
Because, the fear is that ChatGPT is going to take over everybody's jobs. The fact that it's only 30% related at work, and even then I think that 30% is some minor stuff that's just inconvenient to do yourself. You need to type up this thing. You need to make this graph. You need to make this spreadsheet.
Sure.
Blah-da-dee-blah-da-dee-blah.
I mean, look, inevitably it's going to take some jobs, like any new technology takes some jobs. I will say this to a blue in the face. It ain't smart, man. It's just not. And they keep tripping over these things when they find out. Like, it is good for certain tasks, but when you give it something important to do, it's just not the best at it.
Right.
It's Billy eating glue in the corner.
You don't got to tell us that. You got to tell the people hiring it.
Well, you could use it for a ton of stuff.
Yes, you can.
And you could use it to write letters.
Sure.
Breakup letters.
That's what I mean. You know, stuff like that is fine. But when they try to put these industrial uses to it, more often than not, it fails. And one of the new hiring things are people to babysit ChatGPT.
Writing breakup letters, Ted?
Yeah, I've heard it can do that. You just send a text. I mean, why do you fire it through GPT first?
How do I let them down easy?
Look, I'm just telling you, it works.
It works.
Kill the messenger, dude.
Does from your friend, does it have a good reception?
I think it went over well.
They sent a chat response. I understand where you were coming from. Your points are valid.
Damn it.
This seems like a lot of work for 2 weeks.
Smoke-dried mummies were recently found in Asia, and researchers say that they may be the oldest known mummies that we have.
Smoked mummies.
Smoked mummies.
Yeah,
delicious.
Oh, too dry. You made it sound like jerky.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of the same.
Smoke-dried. Yeah, I mean, it is the same thing.
Smoked,
Yeah.
We got people jerky.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my issue. You followed it up with mummies. You had me at smoked and dried.
I know.
Smoke-dried mummies. Yeah.
Would you
Asian
try?
smoke-dried mummies.
Would you try a little piece?
Yeah.
Not of a mummy that old.
All right, say
Maybe it's aged, man.
Say it's been 18 months. Been a smoker for 18 months.
Hickory.
It's a person.
Well, there was that dude, the president of that one country in Africa in the 70s. He was a known cannibal. So he would grill people all the time and eat. He thought it was like the next best way
Was
to feed
he,
people.
or was that just a rumor?
I mean,
What's it, Armeni Arman? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
Idi Amin?
Oh, I'm not
There
sure.
was Idi Amin from Uganda. I never heard that he was a cannibal and grilled people. But I'm not saying he didn't.
I think it was a rumor, though. No, I don't think he was doing it.
Are you looking up Idi Amin human barbecue?
Human barbecue. Put it on for low and slow at a 195 degree temperature.
Think he was on the Food Channel?
For the first 8 hours.
I'm not saying cook a person, but if you
Idi
are.
Amin is what they say.
Stick a
Story of the
thermometer
cannibal
in it.
dictator of Africa.
Ah, so Idi Amin.
Wrap it tight and spray it down with vinegar.
I wonder if he spelled his name E-A-T-Y.
Grab a mixture of pineapple juice and
Low and slow.
AI cloud companies have consumed so much hard drive space that they're starting to turn to small drive sources. That's always great.
What the hell's a small drive?
It's kind of like your little SD card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'll.
All the big hard drives are pretty well taken up. They're like, give me the flash drive.
Yeah.
Maybe we could delete some of this crap. Time to put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It's a D word, careful. That means to show that something is not true. A D word that means to show that something is not true. What do you think it is?
Disapprove. Debunked.
Disapprove. Debunked.
Debunked.
Miles, you basically got it. It is debunk. Well done.
Okay.
Debunked.
Debunked.
So when you got something out of a
I put
bug
a T
bag.
on mine. Debunked.
Yeah, that's what you get off the top one.
Yeah, you got
Hey,
debunked.
Bob, debunking.
Debunked. Yeah. Due to warmer climates, Korea's mosquito season has extended a little beyond summer.
Yay! All right.
Why are we in the fruit fly days? Does anyone know?
For real, dude.
What is going on?
All the apples are going bad.
Is that what it is?
Probably. There's
Okay,
a lot of
all
fruit
right,
that has
okay,
come off the
okay,
trees,
that
and
makes
they
sense.
are just rotting on the ground.
They're
So
freaking everywhere, yeah.
that'd be my guess. I don't know. I'm sitting down while I'm talking. That's why my voice is muffled. So
No, it sounds good, though. So we're going to run with that.
Yeah.
Mike says because apples are rotting.
darn right. Smartest news guy around. Millions of people have turned to AI chatbots for spiritual guidance and even confession. There's a lot of AI stories out there today.
Jesus.
Don't confess anything to a computer.
For real,
What are you
man.
doing?
That's called record, brother.
There's a lot of subjects I'm tired of hearing about lately, and that's one of them.
Is AI?
I still read it.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
know.
just like, okay.
And
It's just
none of
the
them were
hot
about
news.
Allen Iverson.
I know.
I know. He's probably pissed
And
about
he's
that.
the answer.
It's just weird when you see AI capitalized like that. It took me months to realize we were talking about artificial
You talking about
intelligence.
A1?
Yeah,
A1. Yeah.
I did a lot.
According to new research, nearly half of objections in the comment sections of news articles are personal attacks and not reasoned arguments.
No kidding. They're just realizing this now.
No, they did the study for it. They said, I need money to figure out if this is actually the case. And what do you know it is? People aren't speaking from any kind of
Do you
truth
think they
there.
honestly spend money on that, or do you think it's like, hey, we're going to do a study on this thing that everyone knows the answer to?
Yeah.
I don't take this money and go to Vegas. We're going to party like rock stars and tell people what they already know.
Right.
And there's never a shock.
Just find the facts that everybody knows that back up what exactly it is you're saying. Find
and
the
take
numbers.
that money and have fun.
That's right. What do you know? People are jerks in the comment section and don't have a lick of truth to what they're saying. Any
What
of them.
can we do on this show to get a grant to study something that people already know? I've already asked, how do I get suspended with pay? And they refuse to tell me because this is our thing.
You basically just applied for the grant. And you have to be accredited.
Sure.
And
accredited. We're a hard-hitting radio station.
It really depends on the study.
We have a duty to the people to bring them the information.
What do we want to study?
Yeah, you just have to have the plan. This is what we're going to attempt to find out.
What should we study?
And then you apply that.
But what do we already know the answer to, but we just want to take
the speed
the
at which a fart travels through pants.
We could do that.
Right?
Because the research has already been done, so we'll look it up, take the money.
Exactly.
Wait 6 months.
We'll have you
and then tell
stand
them.
5 feet away from Miles, and after you blow one out, he just sit there and sniffs until he can smell it.
Why, when you're completely done peeing, you put yourself away and you still have a couple dribbles that come out?
There you go.
Shook it, you beat it up against the side of the urinal.
But that's not something everybody already knows, Miles.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an actual study. Now you're wasting money.
Right.
On science.
Now you're
Right.
learning.
God.
Damn it.
You missed the whole freaking point. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the sun set in the west?
There you go. We need to study this.
We did a study.
Turns out the sun doesn't set at all. It just sits there.
It'll help Jared Goff.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Did you say beat it on the side of the urinal?
Well, to get all the drips off.
He goes crazy.
Settle down over there.
I mean, you had me till yeah.
Circumcision rates in the U.S. have fallen by about 5% in the last 10 years, or not last 10 years, but in a 10-year span.
Which is ironic, because I've recently switched to crew necks.
Make up for the other. You were a turtleneck because you're circumcised, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I didn't realize everybody was in the hoodies.
But that made me start thinking that's one of those things that just kind of a given. You know, when you have kids, at least when my parents were having kids around that time, it was just that's just what you did. There was not a whole lot of conversation there. In fact, there's a lot of things that we just do just kind of because, and the point gets lost.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So what we have here are the 10 things that we do but have no idea why, or at least the origin's a little bit cloudy here. So I have a handful of explanations for a lot of these. And they start with clinking glasses. You guys know that you're cheersing each other and you clink the glasses. Does anybody actually know why we do that?
Absolutely no idea.
Just a toast?
Something to do with spirits?
So there's actually a handful of different origins here. So one is to prevent poisoning. One theory suggested that in medieval times, people clinked their glasses forcefully enough to slosh a bit of their drink into their neighbor's cup and vice versa. This would ensure that if one drink was poisoned, both drinkers would be affected, making it an act of trust.
Cool, fun.
They were also made of wood at the time, so you could actually just clank and bash into each other like that. And that was the whole point, is like, I'm going to give you some of mine, so you should be okay with drinking it, as you're going to give me some of yours, so I should be good with drinking it as well.
Yay.
Warding off evil spirits, like you said, Ted. Another theory claims that the sound of clinking glasses was used to scare away demons and evil spirits. And then they said it engages all 5 senses. Another idea is that the sound of the clink was added to engage all 5 senses when enjoying a beverage, which you could otherwise only see, smell, taste, and touch.
So you're telling me they thought it would scare away demons. And I just think back to a movie like The Exorcist.
Right.
Clink. And we're good.
And we're good.
We're done. We're done here.
So all you got to do is just pop a cold one in there with the demon sitting there inside of the little girl. You're good to go.
I'm out.
Friendliness.
That's the scariest thing ever.
Does anybody know why we say bless you after a sneeze?
Because you're what?
Because you're exercising your demons.
Pretty much, yeah. Expelling evil spirits is the top one they have there. In ancient times, some cultures believed a sneeze could expel one's soul, leaving the body vulnerable to evil spirits. Saying bless you acted as a protective charm.
So we dropped the God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Some people have.
Okay.
Some people have. During the bubonic plague, the sneeze was one of the first signs of illness. Pope Gregory I encouraged people to say God bless you as a small prayer for those who might not have long to live. And then today, just the phrase has become a simple social courtesy to show care and concern. Like, hey, I heard you sneeze.
So people typically, if they sneeze, it could be a one-off. It could be a 3-banger, right?
Yeah.
So if they sneeze again, do you again go, bless you?
It depends on the distance between.
When do you cut off the bless yous?
Well, Mike does it, right? Like last week. Now, he's a multiple sneezer.
Yes.
Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. He sneezed once. You said, God bless you. Then he sneezed again and went, thank you. He kind of let us know when he was done.
Right. That's it. I'm over.
Okay. All right.
I usually tell people to get their crap together at 3.
But you're good at that. Other people are not.
That's right.
So I don't know when to cut it off.
I go, bless you. Bless you.
For every sneeze?
Get your crap together.
Okay.
You get one.
All right. That's what I think.
If you get multiples, when you're done, you can say thank you. But, I think you don't go to church. The priest doesn't go like, do you want another blessing?
Right.
He gives you one.
Okay.
Knocking on wood. Does anybody know why we knock on wood for good luck? or rather to kind of
make sure that we don't have bad luck.
There you go. So ancient pagan cultures believed that good spirits lived in trees. Knocking on wood was a way to call upon these spirits for protection or to thank them for good fortune.
I think Groot started that. He's like, it feels good.
On the Christian side of things, another theory connects the practice to Christians touching the wood of the cross for blessings or protection.
Touch the wood.
And then some modern folklorists argue the tradition comes from a 19th century children's game called Tiggy Touchwood, where players were safe from being caught if they touched wood.
Tiggy Touchwood sounds like a children's character.
Hey, kids, it's me, Tiggy Touchwood.
Right.
Somebody's being thrown in jail.
I'm going to be arrested in 3 years.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like a criminal name.
Yeah, Tiggy Touchwood.
Strikes again. Does anybody know why we shake hands?
So the palms are clammy.
Is that because, like, it's like, hey, look, I don't have a weapon?
The handshake likely originated in prehistoric times with people clasping hands to show that they were unarmed and had no hidden weapons.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Blowing out birthday candles. Anybody know why we blow out birthday candles?
Because you don't light your house on fire.
Because a year to represent the years that have gone by.
Pretty much. So one theory traces the practice to ancient Greece, where people made round cakes with candles to honor Artemis, the goddess of the moon. They believed the smoke would carry their prayers and wishes to the heavens.
Oh, okay.
Also, as far as over in Germany, the modern tradition is also connected to 18th century Germany, where a celebration called Kinderfest honored children. A cake was topped with Kinderfest. Cake was topped with candles, one for each year of the child's life, and an extra one representing the light of life.
Huh.
Yeah.
My parents didn't care about my light of life.
No. Why in the hell do we wear ties? I know you're wondering.
Because
ties.
We hate ourselves.
Because they have to have a sales department.
It serves no purpose, so I have no idea why.
I don't know, protect your neck.
The necktie is said to have originated with 17th century Croatian mercenaries hired by the French.
Those sons of bitches.
Of course it does.
They wore pieces of cloth tied around their necks to signify their rank, a style admired by King Louis VIII. There's also, as the fashion spread, the tie's symbolic meaning shifted from military rank to a gentleman's accessory, indicating wealth and social status.
Okay.
I have money, look at my tie.
Now we drive Ferraris.
I can waste money on cloth that chokes me.
I am uncomfortable to let you know how rich I am.
Who was the guy that was like, I'm so rich, I'm going to wear an ascot?
Right.
Nobody liked him.
I want to look like I'm wearing a turtleneck without actually wearing a turtleneck, and I'm going to give it a funny name.
You know they have fake turtlenecks.
Oh, yeah.
They're not fashion anymore, but they used to be. It's called a dickie.
Yeah.
Shouldn't an ascot technically be a name for your chair?
But the ascot is like you got to tie it up.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying an ascot. To
What
me,
is an
like where you
ascot?
put your butt. It's like
That's
this little...
the neckerchief.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But the fancy neckerchief.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a pirate.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. When you're showing affection to somebody, why in the world do we touch mouths?
Oh, it's good. Like, hey, look, I don't got nothing. You can kiss me.
I wanted to get those sesame seeds from between your teeth.
Because I'm looking for more.
One evolutionary theory is that the act of kissing may have helped early humans subconsciously assess a potential mate's compatibility through the exchange of pheromones and other chemical cues in saliva.
I've met some people that, if that's the case, bad luck's coming your way.
Yeah. Good times. For those of you that got married, why is there a specific finger for the ring?
Didn't they believe it went directly to the heart?
So the ancient Romans and Egyptians believed that a special vein, the vena amoris, Latin for vein of love, not that one, Steve.
That is my vein of love.
I got one of those rings.
Connected the fourth finger directly to the heart. Miles, no.
I'm still going to start wearing it on my hand.
No.
It keeps falling off.
Just come to work with it.
Yeah.
There it is. The vein of love.
That's what Beyonce put a ring on it. Not you. Oh, my bad.
A more pragmatic reason suggests that since most people are right-handed, wearing a wedding ring on the left hand protected it from damage. That's why we went with the left hand. It's like, keep it on the hand that's not doing a whole lot.
They really overthought a lot of this.
They did. They did.
That's one of the great things about being divorced.
What?
Not having to wear a wedding ring.
I don't wear a wedding ring.
Well, I mean, you know, when I was married, I did wear one.
Yeah.
But then I would lose it. And you know what? I didn't mean to lose it. And then I would get in trouble. So I don't need something that's going to get me in trouble when I didn't mean to do it.
Sure.
That's all.
Don't wear the ring.
I started getting in trouble when I forgot to put it on in the morning, and my wife would find it on the sink after I had left, and she'd send me pictures of it, and then she would send me a gif of Beyonce's Single Ladies.
Sometime, man, I'll just forget to put my watch on.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean to.
I know.
But I'm not going to get yelled at for it.
I know.
The ring, yeah.
Luckily, now I put my ring in a cabinet, so now she can't know if I forget it.
I just wear one to find out which woman in the bar is a whore.
Yeah.
I like sleeping with married guys.
All right.
I go, oh, do you?
Who's the
Wanna feel
home
bad
wrecker in here?
tonight?
Well, then let's go home together.
Yeah.
Into your place, because I'm married.
And then in the morning, and then in the morning, it's like, I'm not even married.
Good news, sluts. My wife's out of town.
Is that a picture of your wife? It is. Why is it folded in three? Definitely didn't get it out of a Playboy. Why do you ask?
She gave that to me on her wedding night.
And then I'll leave you with this last thing that we do, but have absolutely no idea why. It's a common tradition on Thanksgiving.
Oh, the wishbone.
Breaking the wishbone. Anybody know why we do it?
Because we're just, I don't know.
It just gives you something
like
to
breaking
do.
bones.
Pretty much. We're savages. Roman divination, they say. The practice is said to have originated with the ancient Etruscans, who believed that chickens were oracles.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Wishbone was considered a sacred object, and the two people would pull it apart to divine the future.
Trying to tell me a chicken has a wishbone?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know if whenever
It's
I
still
cooked
a
whole
bird.
chicken-
Yeah, it's still a bird, so that's a wishbone.
Yeah.
I'll be dead.
You just haven't gotten after it.
We just went
Yeah.
big and went turkey.
I just throw that part away.
By the way,
Never even looked.
somebody on the YouTube chat here says, look, there are 3 rings of marriage.
Uh-huh.
There's the engagement ring,
Uh-huh.
the wedding ring, and the suffer ring.
I thought they were going to go with the other one. They could put it on something else.
That's the positive marriage ring.
That's the winner in
The
the
other
game of
one.
life ring. A man in Florida may have hatched the most brilliant robbery plan ever, Miles.
I believe you're right.
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, if we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast an unidentified woman from California, although her story takes place in Florida. And her story, on the surface, it's very simple. She got drunk. She wanted a Baconator. She called an Uber, take her to the drive-thru, which it did, but the Uber driver did not want to wait in line. So she just waited in line on foot. But when she got impatient waiting for her Baconator, she walked up to the window, stepping in between a man's car and the actual drive-thru window. And the guy decided to record the interaction. It'd just be easier for you to hear it than for me to explain it. If it'll play.
I just want the order that I came here with a whole mess of bacon in.
What, who you came? How you got here? You walked from where?
I walked here. You want to give me a fist bump for waiting 15 minutes?
Where you from? You not from around here.
I'm from California.
They better give you food.
Amen.
Yeah, that's right. They gotta give you food.
I just want a Baconator meal. That's all I care about.
What are you doing?
Baconator meal.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's when the cops finally showed up there. She was making a bit of a scene. She just wanted to get her Baconator. And she had ordered
I don't
it.
blame her.
Yeah, the problem is Wendy's provides the Baconator. She was out of Popeyes.
Correct.
Yeah. And they tried to explain, like, man, there's nothing wrong with a Baconator.
Damn, man.
We just can't give you one. It's Popeyes.
Also, I know for a fact you cannot walk up to the takeout line.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I've seen that movie before. Because Wendy's used to close in Ballard at 10.
Yeah.
When I lived there, I just wanted to go walk up and get some food. But they closed the actual restaurant. You can still get drive-through,
but you can't walk up.
So trust me, I actually, that was the last time I hitchhiked.
But at least you knew what was on Wendy's menu. Well, she knew what was on Wendy's menu, just not Popeyes.
Guy let me in, got the front seat with him, got to order the food. I paid for his meal.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah.
So let's drink.
My cousin did it once, too.
Yeah. I mean,
His
just
hotel
like
was next to like a whatever fast food restaurant. He's all drunk. And they're just like, you need to be in a car. And he's like, I'm staying right there. They're just like, same thing. No, get out of the line.
All right. But again, Baconator at Wendy's, not Popeyes. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
Let's get a contestant online now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
Most people would rather assemble a 300-piece cabinet than search for insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
With Kevin's Natural Foods, you're just 5 minutes from feeling like clean, protein-packed meals that taste as good as they make you feel. Get that clean eating feeling with Kevin's Natural Foods in the refrigerated aisle.
North Coast Credit Union is keeping things simple with free checking for everyone. That means fee-free ATMs, overdraft protection, online banking, mobile deposits, automatic bill pay, and more, all without monthly fees or transaction limits. Managing your money shouldn't be complicated. That's why North Coast Credit Union is keeping it simple. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations or northcoastcu.com to learn more.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Yes, Stephen Throw, please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Devin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
All right, Devin, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got your choice of one of 3 categories, and today we offer you Hit Me With Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone used as a weapon. Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, License to Spill, where you guess the substance responsible for causing the mess.
Let's go with License to Spill.
We go to Port Charlotte, wherever the hell that is, and we go to a Target there, which became the stage for a chaotic performance when a man dressed as Spider-Man, complete with a USA hat, turned the grocery aisle into his own motivational arena. Witness Joshua Garcia. He was doing his shopping when he noticed something unusual. Quote, I noticed him telling the guy how to record or where to record. I was like, he's about to do something really dumb. So let me pull out my phone really quick. That's when the situation escalated. According to the witness, quote, he screamed something like, don't ever give up. Actually, I don't know what he was screaming. Then he just poured milk all over himself and made a huge mess. He continued, quote, it was funny at first, but then you're like, he didn't think things through. It's a little bizarre. And he's dressed like Spider-Man. To which all I can say is, alrighty then. So the question is, what did ghetto Spider-Man pour all over himself at the grocery store? Was it orange juice? Was it ketchup? Was it milk? Or was it laundry detergent? I don't know that there's any clues.
Yeah, you just said it was milk.
Yeah. Well, never mind then.
Oh, I was like, what else did he pour on himself?
God damn it, did I just say that? I'll give you another story then.
Yeah.
We go to Ohio.
Jesus, hold on.
I was kind of waiting for Miles or Ted to say something.
I was just making sure I wasn't losing my damn mind there.
Usually Thrill will say something like, so other than the milk, what else did he pour on himself?
Right, that's what I was waiting for.
Damn it. All right, so let's go to Ohio. Now we're doing Animalize This. I completely botched that.
Animalize This, all right.
An Ohio farm owner. He was hospitalized after one of his animals attacked him and nearly took his arm off. Deputies with the Pickaway County Sheriff's Office, they found a 72-year-old man on the ground when they responded to a call about an animal bite. The owner had been burning brush when he turned his back, and that's when the animal attacked him. There were 6 to 7 of those animals in a fenced-in area on the property. Now, an officer positioned his police car in an attempt to block the animals from the victim, but they, quote, very hostile large male charged the driver's side door of the vehicle. The officer scared the animals away using the car's horns and sirens. Now, the victim was found with a hemorrhage to his right arm below the elbow, and he was taken away by ambulance. But as deputies were tending to the victim, an officer saw the male animal approaching EMS staff and the victim's family. So the family authorized deputies to put down the animal, and after failed efforts to scare it away by yelling, an officer shot and killed it. Now, the incident report indicated that the animal was aggressive, most likely because it was protective of the other animals in the field, all of which were females. So the one male is the one that charged. Anyway, the victim was taken to a hospital and is recuperating. But the question is, what was the animal that attacked this dude? Was it milk? I'm kidding. Was it a camel, a giraffe, a zebra, or a lion? Camel, giraffe, zebra, or lion?
Where did you say this was at again?
This is in Ohio, where you can pretty much own any animal on
Oh, my
Earth.
God. Okay.
What was that? What was the fourth one after zebra?
After zebra, lion. Again, in Ohio.
Zebra, lion, camel.
Camel, giraffe, zebra, lion there, Devin.
Giraffe.
Camel, giraffe, zebra, lion.
Miles, Ted, what you guys thinking?
I'm gonna go camel, Devin.
Camel, Miles, Ted.
I'm gonna go lion just because it's Ohio.
Yes, Ohio is Ohio.
I'll take the giraffe.
Taking the giraffe. Okay.
Just, I guess you said large hostile.
What almost took this guy's arm off? Was it a camel, giraffe, a zebra, or a lion? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Is your cash working hard for you right until the very moment you need it? It could be if it was in a Wealthfront cash account. With Wealthfront, you can earn 4% annual percentage yield from partner banks until you're ready to invest, nearly 10 times the national average. And you get free instant withdrawals to eligible accounts 24/7, 365. 4% APY is not a promotional rate, and there's no limit to what you can deposit and earn. And it takes just minutes to transfer your cash to any of Wealthfront's expert-built investing accounts when you're ready. Wealthfront. Money works better here. Go to wealthfront.com to start saving and investing today. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Wealthfront is not a bank. The APY on cash deposits as of December 27, 2024 is representative, subject to change, and requires no minimum. Funds in the cash account are swept to partner banks where they earn the variable APY. The national average interest rate for savings accounts is posted on FDIC.gov as of December 16, 2024. Go to wealthfront.com to start today.
Anna is traveling for business. She's juggling meetings, deadlines, and international flights. The last thing she needs is stress on the way to SeaTac. That's why Anna chooses Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. With professional drivers and reliable schedules, she can answer emails, prep for meetings, or just relax while we handle the drive. Whatever your reason for traveling, choose Bel Air Airport or Shuttle. Book your ride today at airporter.com. That's airporter.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category as analyzes on profile this. We got an Ohio farm owner almost had his arm removed by an animal. Question is what charged him and almost basically bit his arm off? Was it a camel, a giraffe, a zebra, or a lion?
And Devin, that is the question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery. You went with the old camel.
Camel.
It was not a camel.
Okay.
D-Ted Smith, you went with a lion.
Lion.
It was not a lion.
All right.
Devin, you went with the giraffe. It was not the giraffe. It was,
zebra?
in fact, the zebra.
Zebra.
Oh, yeah.
The Ohio zebra.
A lot of people on YouTube are like, dude, it's a zebra. You might not know this about zebras. They're just mean. They're mean, nasty. Look, they got to deal with lions, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not a lion, they got a pretty bad attitude, and they ain't worried about you.
Now, for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
And now,
because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box. The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. It's always guys have teams of talented writers helping come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Travis Kelce was photographed this week wearing a suit with dress shorts to his game.
Oh, Angus Young.
The shorts were so shocking to people that they're talking more about the short shorts than the fact the Chiefs came up short again.
The Ted Smith?
Yeah, that's me. I just couldn't get
He
it
didn't
out.
help the cause.
Look, man, that's part of fashion. Oh, yeah, the football team's in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's part of fashion. Would I wear shorts with a suit? Probably not. I thought about it.
If you had that kind of money, you would.
That's a good
That's
point.
the thing. Like, it's not that Travis Kelce's doing this. It's that Travis Kelce's worth a lot of money, so you can get away with it. And Joe Burrow walking around in fur coats. Joe Burrow does not walk around in fur coats. Joe Burrow, the millionaire, multimillionaire, walks around in fur coats.
Yeah.
Right. When you're rich, it doesn't matter.
Part of being fashionable is having money. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I do like the new meme that's going around. It just features Taylor Swift. It says, I don't know about you. I'm feeling 0-2.
The Pope says his new role has a, quote, huge learning curve, adding, do you know I'm not allowed to have sex?
Fallon?
Myers.
Seth Meyers.
In a new interview, Pope Leo said that his new role has a, quote, huge learning curve, adding, do you know I'm not allowed to have sex?
Also proves that praying to God for football doesn't work.
No.
He's from Chicago. The Bears still suck. A survey shows 74% of Lions fans would rather win a Super Bowl than find love. People are like, look, if somebody's going to go all the way, it should be the Lions, not me. Very good.
Fallon.
Colbert.
Fallon.
According to a survey, 74% of Lions fans would rather win a Super Bowl than find love. They're like, look, if someone's going to go all the way, it should be the Lions, not me. Very giving.
He was in Detroit.
That explains it.
NBC announced that Stanley Tucci will be part of the Milan Cantora Winter Olympics broadcast team.
Ooh.
Makes sense. He's one of the foremost experts in getting someone else to pay to his vacation in Italy.
Myers.
Yeah, Seth.
That's Seth.
NBC announced that the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics broadcast team will include actor Stanley Tucci. Makes sense. He's our foremost expert in getting someone else to pay for his vacation in Italy.
Have you seen his Italian show?
I know about it, have not seen it.
It's literally just Tucci in Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that he's Italian descent, but I don't know.
Everyone on the East Coast. Yes. I mean, Christ almighty, you take 50% of the East Coast and be like, go to Italy.
Yeah, and
look, I like Stanley Tucci as an actor. I do. I think he does a good job. But as a human being, and I have nothing against him, he's just very dry and very unexcited. Like, he should do nature documentaries.
Right. Like, I mean, he looks like, we were talking about earlier, ascots.
He's an ascot guy.
Right. The sweater is always tied around his neck.
Sure. And that's who he is. And that's
right,
fine.
cool.
But he's not interesting to me.
Yeah. I'd rather see, like somebody from the Jersey Shore. They go to Italy.
Oh, dude. Look.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you know, it's Italian food, right? It'd be interesting to watch them.
Especially if you sent them to northern Italy.
Oh,
they
dude.
wouldn't know what to do with that food.
Yeah, we're still in Spain. Yeah, they'd have no idea.
All right, so basically in the entire history, only 5 TV theme songs ever hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Huh. I'm trying to. What was the last one? Friends, maybe? That's not number 1. What was that song?
Was it like Rockford Files, Greatest American Hero?
So Mike has them in there. We could play them, and let's see if you even know what the show is. Start with number 5.
Start with number 5?
Number 5.
You know this song. You won't know the show.
Is this Don't Dream It's Over? No.
How do you talk to an angel?
Oh.
Didn't die.
Do we know the artist's name?
Jamie Walters.
No, we don't.
It doesn't help. The TV show. Is this like a Dawson's Creek kind of show?
It's the theme from The Heights, 1992.
And that was number one.
So the show made it to number one on the Billboard Hot 100. I don't remember this song at all.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, the next one, I don't even have to tell you. I'm not going to set it up. You knew it right away.
Number 4.
Miami Vice.
Yep.
Nailed it. That was an awesome tune, dude. When this came out, it was like, all right.
Jan Hammer?
Yep, Jan Hammer.
Jan.
I mean, you could walk out to this. It would still be cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
This was a great thing.
And these are only 5 TV theme songs that made it all the way to number one on the Hot 100. Number 3.
Number 3.
Oh, welcome back, Connor.
Correct. Now, you guys...
Wow, this hit number 1.
Yeah. I do not remember this show. I don't remember the song from that. I just know this song from hearing it sampled so many times and then just hearing it.
Really?
This is John Travolta's big break.
Mm-hmm. I had no idea how to talk to an angel. This is when the name
Epstein was funny.
See?
He was one of the 4 characters. No, he was. There was John Travolta, who was Vinnie Barbarino. There's a guy that played Epstein and always had a note from Epstein's mom. That was the name because they always missed school. Horseshack, who had the stupid laugh. And Boom Boom Washington.
Boom Boom Washington.
Boom.
Now it's just Boom Boom Chicken.
Yeah.
Or Boom Boom Sauce.
Yeah.
Boom Boom Washington?
That was his name. There was Horseshack, Boom Boom Washington, Epstein, and
Mr. Cobb.
And Vinnie Barbarino.
Vinnie Barbarino was Travolta.
It sounds like a setup to a joke.
It kind of
It was basically just a school in New York at the time.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, those are all his kids, students.
Huh. Yeah.
Look at that.
All right.
We're old.
Number 2.
Streets of...
No.
It's not Starsky and Hutch.
I actually had a Billboard CD with this song on it, and I thought it was badass
This is,
at the time, too.
not ER.
Nope.
Emergency?
No. You're tracking.
You're
all right, so what are chips?
California Highway
Delicious.
Patrol.
All right, so if you were a cop and you were a special...
Emergency.
No, you're a special group of cops.
Tactical SWAT.
SWAT.
SWAT. Okay.
Special weapons and tactics.
This is when you could do an instrumental and it would be number 1. That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Don't listen to this man.
Oh, no.
Hey, that's funky as F.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Is that Soul Train?
Goddamn right it is.
Right it is.
The Sound of Philadelphia, a.k.a. the theme from Soul Train.
I'm Don Cornelius, the least exciting man. I am the Black Stanley Tucci. How I got to host the show, I have no idea.
Soul Train was great, though.
Yeah.
It was.
I loved watching that.
Yeah. Don Cornelius was the man. Just
That was
everyone's dancing and smiling.
That was
and
the
he
first
like,
time
serious.
that I realized as a child that they weren't playing the instruments. They were not singing. There was nothing plugged in.
No.
You can't have an electric guitar without like a cord coming out of it.
Yeah.
They didn't have that. I was like, they're not really playing that.
Uh-huh.
This is not like the Midnight Special.
Well, and I feel like when I was a kid, I could be wrong, but I feel like on Saturdays, there was like Soul Train, and then what was it, like Bandstand or Grandstand?
American Bandstand.
Yeah, Dick Clark.
Yeah. So you kind of see.
Dick Clark.
It was 2 versions of like musical shows.
Yeah. And now for the white people. We did the black show. Here's the white one.
Why are the Doobies on there?
Right. They played both.
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
Right? There was some of the crossover.
Casey and the Sunshine Band. They played both.
Yep.
And then if you really wanted to be on the cutting edge for me, you could stay up late at night to watch a little Showtime at the Apollo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Amateur Night was great. If they were bad, was it Sandman would come out and get them off of there?
There's nothing better than getting pulled off that stage. Because when they did not like you, it was real obvious.
Well, the crowd let them know.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, that was part of the fun of it, too. Was the crowd. The crowd was very expression.
Yeah.
Or like to express itself.
Much like a movie theater.
Right.
You understood your situation, my brother.
Yeah. Don't ever go see Snow Dogs in PG County.
Snow Dogs.
People have a lot of thoughts on
What was it?
no.
What's going on?
Snow Dogs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Cuba, right.
Right. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yep.
He's sold out.
Yeah.
They did not say it that eloquently.
Brother sold out.
And it's just me and Sarah sitting there. We're just dying laughing. It's fine. They're like, we're just laughing. Sophia.
Sofia Vergara. She was supposed to be at the Emmys to present an award, but she didn't go. She was in the emergency room for an eye allergy.
I heard she had to go to the ER.
Sorry, I had to cancel. She doesn't sound like that. Craziest eye allergy right before getting in the car. I don't know. She posted a photo. Her eye did look effed up. Yeah.
I still would.
Well, what if that eye was contagious?
I still would.
I would.
Give me the eye.
How'd you get
Give me
pink
the
eye?
eye time.
Don't ask, but it's worth it.
I'll tell you. I will gladly tell you.
Also, last night, some good, the first game was good. Baker Mayfield.
Jeez.
I just, all day, I was like, I got to give him credit. You were like, if it's a close game, I want no one else play a quarterback besides Baker Mayfield.
It's like the Terminator. His limbs going to be falling off bullet holes, and it's like, yeah, but he's going to score a touchdown.
I don't know that I'd take him above a large number of quarterbacks in this league. But if you go, it's the fourth quarter.
Situational.
You need a tutty. I'm going with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
He got it done again.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. A drunk Florida woman goes the wrong way and tells cops that her actual husband was driving the car, even though she was the only one in the car. Meanwhile, a pair of shoes are sent to an uninhabitable island, which is truly bizarre. For the first time ever, a restaurant is robbed by a man in scuba gear. A 66-year-old man goes for a marching band career. An Arizona man just buttered someone's bucket of popcorn. Time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
Bless you, Steve.
Thank you.
All right, our top story. We go to Florida where the mouse was robbed. Shortly after midnight, a man showed up in a popular Disney Springs restaurant and conducted the robbery. He forced two employees into a corner as he walked his way into the manager's office and stole the money that had been collected for the night before making his way out with somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000. But his escape is where the brilliance comes in because authorities have yet to find him. You see, he left the restaurant and went to a specific place that he had hid his wetsuit and scuba gear that he used to swim away from the crime scene without a trace. Authorities are still on the lookout for the man.
Miles made a good point this morning. And just said, you realize after that kid was dragged into one of their lakes by a gator a couple years ago, Disney made it a point like, hey, mate, we get all the gators out.
The reason he can do this in Florida
is because they
eradicated all of the alligators in that lake, or so they believe.
Right.
There might be one in there, but typically there would be 50.
Sure.
Now there's just none to one. Would you ever scuba dive in a lake in Florida? The answer is no.
Nope.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
there's
insanity.
still snapping turtles. There's all kinds of things, but cottonmouths, but there's no alligators. So I think that's why this is property only planning, so to speak.
I still think it's brilliant. You know, an aquatic getaway, like there's no tracks that they can follow.
Nothing.
They can send dogs after you, but even then, like that's if you go to the right places, if you got a big enough waterway.
And keep in mind, Disney Springs is like, it's not a park, right? It's not part of a park. So like anybody can just go there.
Yeah.
You don't need a ticket. Now, with that said, last time I was down there, because they have like boats that'll take you from resort to resort through some of the canals and stuff. We definitely saw snakes in those water.
Yeah. But I think they clear out like Lake Bonavista and all that stuff from any swimming potential area.
Yeah.
Once that 2-year-old got drug in by an alligator, not good PR.
Nope. We're just going to wait till they clean them out one final sweep, and then we're going to go in and take the money.
Yep.
In other news, over to Scotland, where a strange package has landed. A man has gone to the local media to tell the tale of a parcel that he received that he was trying to get to the bottom of. He was alerted to the box that it would be arriving on his property soon and quickly got himself to the package to retrieve it. He opened it up and found that it contained size 7 women's trainers. He's not sure if the shoes were sent to the wrong address or if it's a prank altogether because he has no earthly use for the shoes. He's a man that wears size 11s.
Okay.
This is not for him. But what's more is the land that he owns that the package was sent to is a remote island whose only inhabitants are the feral cows that roam around on the island. He's got a property built there that he was able to fill the package, though he has no clue why anybody would send the package there.
Do any of those cows wear size 7 women's shoes?
We didn't check.
That's the one.
We did not Cinderella the cows. That's something that we should have gotten on.
Yes.
Wild story out of Florida as police got a call about a car going the wrong way. The car was spotted going against the flow of traffic on a local interstate and police were called. They arrived on the scene quickly and attempted to stop the car flying down the road at 60 miles an hour the wrong direction, but the driver refused to yield, sideswiping one of the officers as she continued her escape. Eventually, officers executed a pit maneuver to bring her to a stop thanks to the help of the Florida Highway Patrol. She was eventually detained and interviewed by officers, ultimately refusing to admit that she was driving, claiming that it was her husband who was the driver. He wasn't in the car.
That's what makes his driving skills kind of unbelievable.
She was tested.
That's good.
She was tested for DUI there on the scene, and she not only failed the field sobriety test, but showed a blood alcohol level of 0.2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was arrested. She turned up pretty good.
That's the official cop report.
That's right.
Very turned up.
Turned up very good.
Judge, she was toe up from the flow up.
Screaming something about a Baconator.
Wait, that's the best part. That whole story, that's like, it's a Popeyes, dude.
That's right. You're not even in the right spot.
Like that guy,
you waited 15 minutes.
That guy's like, you ain't from here.
Right. That's probably why the driver didn't want to stay there. I want a Baconator. Tell him I want a Baconator.
You know why the driver did not want to sit in the car.
Man, this is a Popeyes. I need you to leave. There's a video going viral from Arizona that shows the moment a man lost his mind in a movie theater. While enjoying a screening of the Demon Slayer movie that recently came out, one of the viewers chose that as the moment that he would stand up in the middle of the theater, unzip his pants, and relieve himself on the row of people in front of him. While horror was the popular response in the theater, one patron took no prisoners, immediately rushing the urinator and began beating him unmerciful right there in front of everybody.
Did you buy the urinator burger at Wendy's?
No.
A urinator.
Eventually, authorities were called and charges were filed. What's also great about this video is that there's a big action fight sequence that's going on in the background while this guy is just pounding on this dude. It's great. Took no prisoners. But just in case those stories have the bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Louisiana, where chasing your dreams does not have an expiration date. A 66-year-old man has just accomplished a lifelong goal after retiring. He claimed that he claimed this dream back in 1968 as he watched LSU football. But things didn't quite pan out the way that he had hoped, and he eventually settled into his life as an accountant. Following his recent retirement, he found new life in pursuing that dream that he had put on the shelf for so many long years. And thanks to the gift of time, the man enrolled in a single class to become an official student of the school and also relearned the tuba, which he had not played in 50 years, and eventually went on to try out and make the LSU Tigers marching band roster. He now gets to live out his dream of taking the field to show his support for the team by playing his heart out on that tuba out there.
All right. Technically, that'd be the sousaphone, but I digress.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know that song, Mike?
No.
Just Google LSU band and the song Neck.
Neck.
You can't play it on there.
Oh, damn it. Yeah. Speaking of football, we're in the men's room sports. The Mariners are currently underway against the KC Royals for a 3-game series over en route. Spoiler alert. If you are taping the game and you plan to watch it later, spoiler alert. Mute this for just a hot second. Cal Raleigh not only hit home run number 55 to make him, I believe, the most home runs of a switch hitter in a single season, but he also hit home run number 6 to make him tied with Ken Griffey Jr. for the most in a single season by a Mariner.
That's insane, awesome, dude.
They are currently up 90.
There's plenty to play. Plenty of baseball to play.
There's a lot of baseball to play. The Storm are in a make-or-break scenario with the Las Vegas Aces over on ESPN, and the Sounders are currently underway in Miami over on Apple TV+. Yeah. As far as your weather, looking at clear skies and a low of 58 tonight. Tomorrow, we're expecting mostly sunny skies and a high right around 76. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawkins out.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Tom. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene is coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
You walk in tired and hungry, one bad dinner away from losing it. You don't like to cook. You don't want more takeout. You just want something good. That's why there's Dish by Blue Apron. Pre-made meals with at least 20 grams of protein and no artificial flavors or colors. From fridge to fork in 5 minutes or less. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
With the Wealthfront Cash Account, you can earn 4% annual percentage yield from partner banks on your cash until you're ready to invest. The Cash Account grows your money with no account maintenance fees and free instant withdrawals whenever you need it. Money works better here. Go to wealthfront.com to start saving and investing today. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Wealthfront is not a bank. The APY on cash deposits as of December 27, 2024 is representative, subject to change, and requires no minimum. Funds in the cash account are swept to partner banks where they earn the variable APY.
There's luxury, and then there's Monogram. At Judd & Black, you can experience both. Right now, with Monogram's one for you, one for free rebate, when you purchase select premium appliances, you'll get another absolutely free. Shopping at Judd & Black, you get personalized service, expert guidance, and luxury delivered. Browse online at juddblack.com or find the best deals in our Bellingham showroom off Exit 254. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store for over 85 years.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay. Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.